replacing my vision, burning down the grass for church and cursing all of Mary's children. Rose up from the burning grave, now look me straight into my eyes. Fucking with the G59, I promise this is your demise. Head inside and it's my body's hanging from the tree. Fucking with the devil, sin I be the hell and shake some teeth. I'm afraid, man, what it do? Sicky creeping in the night, looking close to you. I know you hear my ex screaming as I tread the ground. Stuck to locking up your doors when I roll in town. Keeping a couple pills up in my system. Pulling up screaming, who gon' be my victim? Shoot that remote to the light of the toe. Little my Chevy out from this flow. Could've been yo, but a quick scope. Wondering how, who the fuck yo? Just a little bit, you gon' fuck up my mood.
Okay, we got it now. We got it now. We got it. What the fuck was that, dude? This is why you never install Zoom on your fucking computer. I had to attend one Zoom meeting yesterday, and I guess changing my like settings to like output my mic to Zoom, it didn't fucking have it like on OBS set. I don't know. That's kind of retarded. That's kind of stupid. What's up, everybody? What's up, peeps? What's up, Necroscope? How we all doing today? Y'all know the drill. We're gonna be continuing the fucking run, my man. Gonna keep running up some Paper Mario. We're on to POSHLEY Heights, second to last chapter in the game. You know what the fuck? There we go. And yeah, we're just gonna keep grinding through it, dude. You know, been some miscellaneous like internet shit going on that I may or may not talk about. We've had a lot of drama going on with Keffels, that bitch. You know. Might talk about that a little bit, might not. Justice for Worm on Twitter, my man. Anybody who doesn't know, Keffels, her best defense to this video, since everything was pretty much like accurate, is to attack the guy who made art for the thumbnail because she claims that the guy drew her in a transphobic way, which is absolutely retarded. The artist who contributed the art to the thumbnail, his whole shtick basically is like drawing people looking all disheveled and kind of sweaty and kind of like unflattering. He like draws unflattering photos of people. That's kind of his whole fucking thing. So he drew a picture of Keffels for Mudahar's video, and Keffels is like, oh my god, you made me look unflattering. You made me look like a man. That's transphobic. And all the fucking usual suspect idiots, you know, on Twitter are throwing a fucking hissy fit, dude. Which is absolutely retarded or ridiculous. I should ease it with the fucking... God, I just did it again. I should ease it with the cuss words when we're in like the first 10 minutes of the stream, because sometimes that doesn't look good on YouTube's end, but fuck it, dude. Who cares? Who cares? Fuck it. Yeah, did lots of miscellaneous shit going on. Last night I noticed that a Cheeto got hit with a copyright claim. He got hit with a fucking, or like a privacy, I think it was a copyright claim on his fucking video on Fresh and Fit, which is ridiculous, dude. I got Syndicate for Xbox 360. Oh, cool, dude. Nice. Good shit. Let's board the motherfucking train. Let's go. I should probably tweet the stream link out, dude. That's what I should do. Yeah, hopefully we're going to get through this whole chapter today on stream. If we don't, then, you know, we will revisit it next time. But hey, dude, fuck it. I think we can get through it. I think we can do it. Yeah, I've heard of that game. I don't really know that much about it, though. What the fuck? What's this chapter called? 3 days of excess. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because we're on the train. I forgot. Being on the train is its own whole arc, you know? Free my boy Cheeto. He did nothing wrong. You know what? Fuck it. For some content, I think I'm gonna pull up that now recording debate about the what's it called? Brianna Wu went on now recording this past week, and they clipped it down, and we had a few you know, appearances from dudes like Mudahar and fucking even Keemstar dropped up in there. Nicholas Diorio. Yeah, let's get that going. Actually, I need me something off to the side to react to here. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I already got pretty far in this, but we'll go ahead and just restart it for the sake of the stream. Cool. Cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Just this little bit more here in a second.
Hello, hello.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that is Brianna Ware.
Oh. You didn't think it was me? I'm not a YouTuber, dude. Why would I have, like, that YouTube channel is like my pinball machine malfunctioning and showing, like, clips to technicians. So, yeah, that's why
I don't know anything about...
Just a bit of a preamble. Yeah, now recording went live. They were talking about this situation with Keffels. This is the aforementioned art on the left-hand side. Is just this fucking pretty accurate depiction of Keffels, you know, if I do say so myself. But, yeah, I guess Keffels didn't like it. Thought it looked transphobic, which is absolutely fucking stupid. Whatever. Haters gonna hate, you know. You gotta find anything to grasp onto. But now recording was talking about the situation, in which they're talking about the situation, talking about Mudahar's video, talking about the situation with Worm. Brianna Wu decided to call in, which I find interesting, because now recording is a pretty small channel for the most part, but I guess, you know, Brianna Wu doesn't really care about subscriber count, i.e., I mean, she's been on Stardust a few times, so it's not like she's like after clout, like going after big channels or anything like that. But yeah, let's here, I'm gonna turn up the speed on this a little bit. Well, let's do like 1.5 so we can get through it a little faster, but because it's like an hour and 30 minutes, it's kind of a long debate. But also I gotta make sure the audio levels are good on this.
I don't know anything about. I know you were big during Gamergate, so
Yeah.
I figured you just had like a big YouTube channel or something.
No,
Okay.
I've never been a YouTuber at all.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I just want to warn you, we are not the kind of guys to have like the trans conversation with. We're kind of except for Beckett.
No worries. Yeah,
So
I was
if
just
you-
listening to your show. I was just listening to your stuff.
So if you want to give your or clarify, you're welcome to.
Oh my God. No, I think you're right. I mean, like a lot of people, you know, Jenny was telling me she thought that statement came off as defending Keffels, and I think that's fair criticism. I obviously can't defend any of the shit in that video. I contributed to Keffels' GoFundMe. It was you know, disappointing to see how some of that was spent. So I don't know. I just wanted to say, like, I obviously can't defend that. Don't defend that. I just like watching it. I wanted to see a sentence from him, just acknowledging that you know, healthcare for minors is being dismantled in the United States. And to me, it's exactly like abortion. If you take away women's access to legal abortion, they're going to go get it in illegal ways. And I think the same thing is true for minors. So, you know, if we're serious about keeping kids safe.
Oh, I just spilled my fucking monster, dude. God fucking damn it, dude. Well, there goes my mouse. I just ruined my mouse for my second computer. All right, well, I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta go clean up all this monster off my desk. God, fuck! Fucking hell, yeah, Necroscope was right. I literally just spilled my monster, dude. God, that pissed me off for a second. Can't cry over spilled milk, especially not spilled monster. Fucking hello, Sliggins. Hello, Kangalope. What's up, guys? Welcome to chat. Yeah, dude, literally. Okay, I'm lucky for a few different reasons. Because, one, I still have most of it left. I didn't spill, like, a shit ton. I was with the quick draw. I went to go grab it, knocked it over, went to go grab it, you know, jostled it around. Bad news is, it spilled all over the mouse on my second computer off to the side. Caveat, it was a really cheap mouse. It was like one of those Five Below, like, RGB gaming mouses. It was probably worth like $5, so that's not that much of a foul. I can still use my other one. I've got USB switchers and stuff like that. And the other good news is just that, yeah, it just mainly hit my mouse and the desktop, like just the countertop. Because I've got my synth sitting next to me, dude, and just my computer and my speakers and stuff. It could have drenched that. Luckily, it didn't. If it did, I would have had to end stream and end myself. So, yeah, guys, if you're new to the chat, we're watching through this now recording Brianna Wu situation that happened. I'm a few days late at this point. Fuck it, right? I think, what was this, on Monday? It was either on Sunday or Monday. I don't know. I can't quite remember. Hopefully, I better not spill my monster again, dude. If I do, I'm about to neck myself, bro. Okay.
Because I don't want any of these kids to do DIY hormones, right? We've got to get really serious.
Oh, yeah, it wrecked my mouse. Yeah, my mouse, it doesn't work. The left click still works, but it got so drenched on the left... Or the right click still works, but it got so drenched that the left click just doesn't even work, so, yeah. It is what it is. I'll get another one. I don't really care. Like I said, it was super cheap. I got it as like part of a bundle, like a keyboard and mouse bundle, like with my PC, but they were like super cheap, dude. Like the wire was like so flimsy to plug it in. That's how you can tell how cheap it is. It's okay. It's whatever.
It's about funding this area of public policy, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask, like,
I'd
100% agree with you, but
yeah.
my thing would just be, I just disagree with the money should be spent kind of deal, right? Like,
How do you mean?
I personally.
Yeah, either your store, or like I could always go to fucking Five Below or some shit and grab one for like a couple dollars. Thanks, though. I appreciate it, dog.
You don't think, right, that you should allow them to alter their bodies in
Mhm.
such a way, right,
Sure.
at that young age. For example, I'm all for funding, you know, mental health specialists, stuff like that, or programs to help them cope with it in that way until they are older and they can, you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
would be my approach, but again, I'm not a doctor, kind of deal. But
So
that's
a
just what-
lot of people think that you can, like,
I also love how, like, prefacing going into this debate, Matt, is like, yo, we're not, like, a political podcast. We're not the guys to talk to about politics. And then for the next hour and a half proceeds to talk about, like, politics and shit. I think that's funny as hell. So they just kind of drone out and let the... Like, I like hearing Beavers get fucking... Hearing Beavers have, like, a civil political discussion with Brianna Wu. That was not on my 2024 bingo card. But hey, fuck it, dude. You know?
To use your words, chop your dick off before you're 18, and that's just not true. Like, they will do things to stop it from, like, permanently screwing up your body, but, like, the really big stuff, you do have to wait till you're of age, and I think people are just under a misimpression about that.
So I've got some general questions about this whole
Yeah, go for
Keffel
it.
stuff. Firstly, so
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you said you gave money and you supported, while at the same time a lot of people were calling out Keffel's general actions, her actions
Yeah.
towards Destiny. I mean, you seem to be on good terms with Destiny. How do you like equate those two things?
Well, one of the things I try to do here is not get involved in drama as much as I can. So, you know, look, I like Destiny a lot. I consider him a friend. I'm friends with a lot of the Orbiters, right? And it really seems to be like everybody's been telling me this whole time, like, Keffels has some issues, right? And I've just tried to stay out of it as much as I can, you know, but there's some stuff here that clearly deserves an answer, and I hope we'll get that.
Do you like, I mean, have you seen like Tipster and his interactions with Keffels and stuff? I believe there were some
Yeah,
DMs at some point.
I mean, I've seen them interact. I mean, I used to consider Tipster a friend before he started going after me on Twitter and calling me Anna Kasparian. So, you know, I kind of don't know where that relationship
Fuck Tipster, bro. All my homies hate Tipster.
is right now.
I mean, you kind of watched him run this defense, and like the DMs leaked in this that he was like he'd have to think about defending Keffels over a allegation, or if Keffels actually
Yeah, I saw
somebody
that.
like. I mean, does that make you? But I mean, does that make you question at all, kind of like some of the people you've had previous interactions with on that side of the sphere? Because like this has been called for
100%,
years, and
100%.
like
You know, I think like anyone that looks at my Twitter can see October 7th really opened my eyes up about a lot of stuff on the progressive side that I've just looked the other way on for a decade, right? And it's at a point where I can't do that anymore. It's like I'm taking a blowtorch to my career and a lot of my friendships. I'm not going to sit silent on a lot of this just crazy shit anymore. So yeah, and that includes things like this dynamic.
Did you have any other like general? Go on, Matt.
People in chat are asking me, what's your opinion on the whole Catboy Ranch Discord server thing?
So
Yeah, I want to hear Brianna Wu. You know, you can't justify Catboy Ranch. That's a trick question right there. What are your thoughts on it? It's like I feel like there's only one correct answer to this statement. Like, if you're gonna have a Discord server, my opinion is like fine, whatever. But there are a lot of people where they just get weird with their Discord servers and like, I don't know, bro. If you're in a Discord server and you're like hanging out there, like you live there half the time, dude, that's weird to begin with. And then especially, what the fuck? I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing in game. We're just gonna run around until we figure it out. Fucking Catboy Ranch, dude. It's just a recipe for disaster, bro. With a name like that, it's like how can this even be real, bro?
I want to be really honest with you and say when I watched that video, most of what I was thinking about was the fact that Maya was quoted so closely with that. Maya's a friend of mine. So I was just listening to like Mudahar talk about that dynamic. I'm just thinking like, you don't know Maya at all. Like you're taking the stuff she's saying here at face value and so dead seriously. And you don't know that she's just hilarious, like saying stupid shit. Like she's essentially a 4chan kid, even though she's a political professional in the Democratic Party. So that was my main thought about that section, how hilarious it was to be taking what Maya was popping off with on Discord so seriously.
Right. Okay. What's your opinion on? Oh, go ahead, Beavers.
Oh, okay. I wanted to ask you. So I understand that not everybody's going to feel the same way.
Sure.
Blah 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 blah. But obviously, I'm not involved in the trans community whatsoever. Right? Outside
Smart,
spectator.
very smart.
Yes. The Mudahar video. Did you find that video transphobic?
Nope.
Like, no.
Nope.
So obviously everybody can feel differently, but I just wanted to find out for somebody that's you know more
there's no
involved than I
feeling
am.
on that. There's no transphobia there, and there's some stuff I think he could.
All right, boys, case closed. We got it. We got the confirmation, bro. Catboys in the ranch. No, it's bad. It's a bad situation, dude. Bad fucking situation. Lolcow live premiere. Nah, fuck that. Why am I getting fucking notifications for Lolcow live premieres? Case closed, dude. Brianna Wu saw the video. She didn't think it was transphobic. Hey, dude. I'll take her word for it. I'm quoting Brianna Wu from here on out.
Could have said a little bit more.
Like, that's my thing is, like, why can certain communities, they just can't stop fighting, dude? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Regardless of where you come from, dude, your fucking political beliefs, if you're in a community and you can't stop fighting with each other, that's why, like, you know, I'm not even trying to sit here and act like, you know, I'm bashing trans people or, like, bashing the trans community. It's the same thing on, like, the right-wing side, dude. There are people on the right wing and they can't, like, super far right and they can't stop fucking fighting with each other. And I'm like, dude, y'all gotta get a grip, bro. Figure it out. Sometimes it's worse on one side than the other, but it like flip-flops, dude. It really does.
More skillfully, but it's so around the edges that who gives a shit? Like, real talk, like the trans community has got to grow the fuck up and put their big boy pants on or big girl.
She says this a few different times in here. She keeps saying real talk, and I keep thinking about the rapper who passed away, Real Talk, who was like up in the community. Every time she's like, yo, like real talk, I keep thinking she's like about to start talking about real talk. My brain, I don't know, dude. I'm weird.
Girl pants on, and you know, except that you know, some people are gonna have some. Not everything's gonna be phrased in a way that is like community safe. Like it's absurd. Some of this stuff. I thought the thumbnail discourse was silly. If there's a way to draw a trans person to look ugly, which all of Mudahar's videos do, and not have it be transphobic, I'm not aware of one. I think.
Yeah. Is the image on the side of a DIY HRT fucking? Isn't it like? Here, the heart is like covering it up. Goddamn, that sucks. Now I don't have my mouse off to the side to fucking move it real quick. But like for real though, is it halali? And if it is, like why? Like, yeah, dude. Like first off, just the term DIY HRT ought to be enough to just like put a bad fucking taste in your mouth, right? Let alone the packaging having literal like fucking sexual like anime on it. It's like, dude. What kind of dark web, like, shit is this, bro? People are injecting mystery sludge into their body. That's insane. That is literally insane. That website was sketchy from the beginning, dude, for real. Fucking for real, dude. I agree.
think that's just the
Big time.
style, and you need to live with it. So, yeah, I think that entire discourse is unfounded.
Right. So I mean, like,
I mean, where's even the legit argument that it was transphobic? I mean, he used her correct pronouns.
Yeah.
He, I mean, advocated trans healthcare repeatedly. He denounced transphobia. He kept it focused on the issues. I mean, there's just no legit argument that that was transphobic.
Yeah. Well, so the argument is mainly based on the fucking the thumbnail.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's.
that's it. Like,
I don't want
honestly see
to.
it
I don't want
myself.
to blow your mind, but the trans Twitter conversation is sometimes not based on reality. I don't want to. I don't want to upset you, but that sometimes can be the case.
Right.
Oh, we're not crazy then. Awesome.
Well, my last question would be, what's your opinion on tips?
I think tipster.
All right, I'm gonna slow it down just a tad because sometimes when it's too fast, some of this shit goes over my head. Xylee with the sly quips. Hey, I'm here for it. Oh god. Okay, yeah, we'll do like 1.25.
Has some kind of psychology that makes him a super loyal friend, and I think it's part of the reason why he's really bonded with Keffels. I think
I don't even know, dude. Like, I kind of want to let her finish her point here, but I almost don't agree with that because after watching the Toastify videos on Tipster, I'm kind of in Toastify's camp at this point where I think Tipster is literally just like a malicious weirdo, dude. Like, yeah, I think he's really good at playing the role of a loyal friend. I think that's all it is. Like, he wears different fucking masks and shit, and like, one of those masks is like really being there for your friends and being a ride or die until he doesn't feel like doing it anymore. He feels like, you know, you're not providing him with whatever, dude. I.e. how long he hung out around the commentary community, and then he made a quick pivot to like, oh no, fuck those guys. Oh, now you guys are my friends. It's just, he's a weirdo, bro. He's a grifting weirdo, and I really can't get behind Tipster. Like, I'm not even gonna give him the benefit of the doubt shit. Well, I just think there's this psychology aspect to him where like, he's just such a loyal friend. No, I think he's like actually got malicious intentions. That's my honest opinion, dude.
I think Keffels trusts him, and I think Tipster really enjoys being trusted, and I think they do have a close relationship, and I think that's kind of beautiful because Keffels, like her or hate her, she is someone dealing with a lot of trauma. And
That's so disgusting the way she used the word. That's so beautiful, their friendship, dude. I'm gonna puke, bro. I'm gonna fucking throw up, dude.
I think she really worries. I think she looks for people to surround herself with that she can really trust. And I think they found that together. You know, that said, I certainly have a blind spot with some of my friends, and it can cause me to miss things. And I think, you know, Tipster has that in some ways as well.
So like, okay, this is where I think I'd push back on you because I don't think that's. I think Tipster desperately wants to have friends. From what I've seen, I don't think that's an out there take. But I think you know, it's like Keffels has shown herself to be, and I think this is why she's a terrible person to have been platformed and pushed as hard as she was, as somebody who doesn't actually give a shit. Like with the Vosh stuff, Keffels was quite happy to throw Tipster under the bus to save her own skin and then run away and leave him to clean up the mess. It's not something you do when you give a shit about somebody. And again, like, the signs were all there, so when you've got, like, in the future, are you now going to look at kind of like people who are, I don't know, getting that bit of activist clout and kind of like more carefully assess like the damage you could potentially do from like platforming and promoting these people because you're not a small voice.
Yeah, I think that's a really fair criticism. And yeah, our mutual friend Jenny has really tried to bitch slap some sense into me lately about being a little bit more critical in how I evaluate people. I think one thing that makes me good.
Did she just use the term bitch slap some sense into me, bro? Jesus Christ. That's a good one.
At my job in politics is I genuinely see the best in people. And I think when you're trying to lead, you reflect that.
Wait.
back.
We got to go back for a second. What'd you just say?
In how I evaluate people. I think one thing that makes me good at my job in politics is I genuinely see the best in people.
One thing that makes me really good about my job in politics is that I see the best in people. I don't know if that's how politics works, Chief. Is that one meme? First time you ever met a politician? You want to... Yeah, I see the best in people. Politics... Like, dude... I guess to a certain extent, yeah, like, if you're talking with someone on the opposing side, you want to, like, do your best to see where they're coming from, because sometimes they probably do feel like they're correct, or they think that what they're doing is, like, you know, for the right cause. Oh my god, look at this obese toad. We found Boogie 2988, ladies and gentlemen. We found Boogie. We found Toad Boogie, bro. Why is he so overweight? This is insane. This should be illegal. It should be like a violation of the Mushroom Kingdom.
And I think when you're trying to lead, you reflect that back on people in a way that makes it it's constructive for getting things done, but I clearly have a blind spot at the same time. So I think when it comes to the progressive sphere after October 7th, I'm really having a realization that there's a lot of toxic shit that I've just been a part of that is not good for my country. I don't think it's good for your country, and I think we need an honest discussion about this. You can look at my Twitter every day. It's swear to God war. These progressives hate me now, and that's fine because I don't particularly like them either. So I agree with that assessment.
Do you think? Do you think of the accusations that, like, in the most uncharitable way? Because I want to state slightly unusual purpose of this, like, of this Discord being a pink pilling zone of trying to get vulnerable people who may have like other issues going on and being like, hey, have you considered that you're trans, and then pushing them in that direction?
Yeah.
Is a form, like, would you describe that as abusive?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you are opening yourself up to civil and criminal liability there. Don't do that. That's not something, you can't do it ethically. You can listen, like if you're a trans person, you can listen to a child, you can try to relate to a child. I suppose you could try to be a child's friend, but to push them to transition, no, your only message should be, well, you need to go talk to a doctor, like leave that to.
Also, just like the term pink pilling is so disgusting to begin with. Like, I didn't even know that was like a term before I saw Mudahar's video, where, I mean, for anyone in my audience who doesn't know, apparently the term pink pilling refers to like when you, it's basically like fucking grooming a minor into like convincing them they're trans, like convincing a minor into thinking that they're transgender, like, oh, confirming certain things. Oh, well, I've always felt this way, and they're like, yeah, and they hype you up. They're like, yeah, you're totally, yeah, you're like that. I don't, whatever. It's just like such a gross term because it's like, we've got legitimate trans people out there. Cool, fine. You don't need to fucking try to sit there and convince them when they're at a young, malleable age. Like, oh yeah, totally. Oh yeah, this and that. Oh yeah, I think you should go on hormone replacement therapy. It's like, you don't need someone in your ear trying to convince you of that. And if you do have someone doing that, that's when you should be talking to the adult, bro. Like, goddamn, that's so disgusting. Having some random fucker through a Discord server like Keffels, bro. Look at Keffels. Look at the way that bitch looks, bro. Look at her face. That's disgusting, dude. I was gonna make fun of her lazy eye. I've kind of got a lazy eye, so I can't really hate her on that. But, dog, come on now.
Professionals. That's not appropriate, period.
Okay.
I mean, do you
That's
disagree with
my-
that? Is there an argument on the other side of that?
That took my question away. One of my.
Sorry, darling.
No, you're fine. You're doing a great job. I'm listening until I get to my question.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead and come.
Well, here's my other question. It's got to do with Catboy Ranch. When
Sure.
Keffels ran that Catboy Ranch.
Did she run it?
Twitter,
Did she
yeah,
run it?
He was on that that Catboy Ranch Twitter was Keffels.
Okay.
And you saw how that person, which was Keffels, ran that account. They talked highly inappropriate to minors that were interacting with that account.
So
It's in that video.
I'm not trying to be Weasley. I literally, like, when I watch long YouTube videos, I don't watch it the whole time. I listen to it, and if that was in there, I missed it. I will rewatch that and
I can
ask
tell
me
you
about
where
it
it's
later.
at.
Sure.
It'll be in
So
the
for the
last
sake of
order
this
that video.
conversation, I will just take what you're saying is true.
Yeah, she talked very inappropriate to
Sure.
minors, and honestly, I think that's the whole reason why she was going after Kiwi Farms, because they already had it logged.
Well, I would say this. I think it is. I think you should not talk to minors in a way that implies anything sexual. I do have to say, so this is one of my issues with Mudahar.
Such a bold fucking stance right there. Let's go back. Such a bold stance to take.
Say this. I think it is. I think you should not talk to minors in a way that implies anything sexual.
Wow. Fucking golf clap for Brianna Wu on that one. Wow. Thanks for clearing that up for everybody out there in the real world. God fucking damn it. Jesus Christ.
I do have to say, so this is one of my issues with Mudahar's video, that if you spend any time in the trans community, it's just an irreverent place. It just is. It's a really incredibly dark sense of humor. We had a friend the other day that was thinking about committing suicide, and we were joking with her because she transitioned, that we would like tell people that she was non-binary if she committed suicide, which is a terrible thing to say, but it's just this like dark humor that pervades the trans community. It's like people that have been to war, right? Like there's
I'm in the commentary community. Dark humor is all throughout it. I get
100%. So I think like one of the things that was ironic watching Mudahar's videos, he's taking all of these comments so seriously, and I'm just like, I hear what you're saying. Ideally, you should not talk to minors like that, but this just is the community. And like,
Yeah,
I'm
but when
46 and I still talk. I talk like this, right?
Yeah, and I get what you're
yeah.
saying, but you need to go watch that video because there was a picture that she tweeted out with a child like under a desk or whatever talking about big dicks.
Okay. Fair enough. I can't defend that.
I'm like, I can
defend it.
understand
Sure.
dark humor. I can definitely understand dark humor. Again, I'm part of the commentary community. These guys are rough, okay?
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, when it comes to children, I'm not playing.
I completely agree. You should stay away from children if you're an adult. 100% with all of this.
Bro, off topic and the topic of the game, I swear it was this fat toad, dude. I'm not trying to profile. There's no way, dude. There's like, who the fuck stole this shit? Who the fuck stole the pot of stew, dog?
It's not a game. It's I think there is a tendency that pervades a lot of online spaces. Excuse me, I'm a little bit hoarse today. I think there's a tendency with online spaces to really dance past real world issues and to treat it like it's a game. And I have to say, as someone who actively avoids lawsuits, like I try to live a lawsuit-free lifestyle, it amazes me some of the things people do and say just because it's so actionable. And, you know, doing this stuff with children, it's just a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, you know, I don't know. It's the last quarter of that video. It has to do with the Catboy Ranch and up, and watch it. Just watch it.
I'll go back and watch that again. I was, yeah, 100%.
Because I'm like you. I'll listen to videos first, and then I'll watch them, because that's what I do. I do react content. So, I mean, I get that. But definitely watch that last half, and you'll see the tweet, not just what he's reading out and it's saying. Just watch it. Because it made me very angry. I was holding back tears. I was so angry.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. I guess I'm just saying, like, you know, the trans community is super irreverent, and I think it's really hard to take. I think that you can't take any statement, like, we all agree on the minors issue, but it's just, you can't take all this stuff deadly seriously. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, but I think like you said, you acknowledge that you're opening yourself to a lawsuit, but it's not really appropriate. But I think the difference
and not
between...
a civil lawsuit. I'm talking about going to jail. Like, that is entirely reasonable to imagine the police coming and charging you with, what would it be, corruption of a minor? I mean, shit, poisoning them, like medical intervention. Jesus, I don't even want to think about it. Like, this is, don't do this. Like don't do that.
It's like the one minor that was taking the DIY. The one minor, their levels didn't even change.
Right.
Well, then something was wrong
But
with something that they learned how to get on the web, you know?
But the point that I was going to make is it's a little bit different. You know, you're saying that, the trans community, at least online, just makes these jokes or whatever. But I think the real issue with it is like, okay, I'm in the commentary community. I tell some really fucked up jokes sometime, right?
Sure.
But I don't interact with minors.
No, I don't either.
Right. That's one of the issues with that. Is you make jokes like this, you do things like this, and then you're trying to be a safe haven, a lot of them, right? And it's not appropriate.
I think that's fair. I think it's...
She's justifying sexual harassment. I mean, yeah, basically. Like, whether she's trying to or not, that's kind of what this comes down to. Like, I think my main issues with Brianna Wu is that she comes off in, like, a somewhat kind of polite way, but her blasé-ness and her, like, level of, like, oh, well, I'm just nuanced, I have a nuanced take, is skirting her, basically saying that she's like justifying a lot of this fucked up shit, whether she's trying to or not. I think she knows deep down, like, she's justifying a lot of this kind of shit, like, and then people start to grill her on it, like, big time. That's why I'm waiting for fucking Keem and Diorio and all these dudes to hop up in here.
Challenging. You know what I think, the kindest thing I would say here is Twitch does have an extremely young audience, right? And I think it's got to be really challenging to be a public figure. Like, I have a member of my family that's a huge Keffels fan. She transitioned, a long time ago. You know, she was underage, and it's like that just is kind of the people that are going to be reaching out to talk to you. So, like I said, I didn't see this part of the video. I can't assess if it's true or not, but I think it's probably got to be challenging for anyone on Twitch to avoid interacting with minors. That would be my guess.
On Twitter, though?
How I talk to people all day long on Twitter. I don't know how old they are.
Okay.
But I also don't tweet sexual stuff at strangers.
Yeah,
because I've been married for
exactly.
16 years.
Well, so
On that one.
but these stories coming out of like leftist discords, and like, to keep this simple for people who don't know Twitch poll as well. But like, you and I both know names. of people who have had a wide range of accusations against them of having minors in their discords with no role control, sometimes actively knowing that they're minors, sharing not safe for work art, having sexualized conversations. And this isn't new. This isn't like Catboy Ranch is like unique in this way. But like, so again, like I suppose like one of the things that's being thrown back towards you with like, oh well, Keffels now is somebody who you can say this about, and I know that you've had this thing since October, but it's also that's a lot to overlook, right? Of different discords and communities that have been running for years, seeming to have these inappropriate conversations and relationships with minors. So, and this is, you know, again, why people are going to say, well, are you just going after Keffels because you dislike Keffels at this point, and you dislike Tipster at this point?
I don't think I'm going after Keffels or Tipster here. You're asking me questions. I'm telling you my opinion on it. Okay. You know, it's not really my. I don't think I've said anything that should make clear.
Classic Brianna Wu skirting of the fucking question, skirting, you know, giving a little deflective answer so that she doesn't have to come out as like, you know, the one who's incorrect or whatever. You know, it's an easy tactic when you want to go into like politics and stuff, and you can just always be able to kind of fence it and just always have an excuse and like be able to kind of gaslight people and like, well, no, well, I wouldn't really look at it like that, but well, oh yeah, you're also correct and I'm gonna concede. It's like, if you don't stand for much of anything and you're just always gonna skirt around these questions, I just think that's part of her personality at this point. She's been on the internet for so long, and this is just like how she operates. This is why a lot of people didn't like her in Gamergate, bro, just because of the way she like approaches situations and shit. And you know, I've tried not to hate on Brianna Wu like in the past, because it's like, as far as like the trans community goes, you know, she presents herself like fairly all right, you know, like I said, she's normally pretty respectful, but then that comes into just this like her blasé-ness. It's just such a fucking, it's just it's really weak. It's kind of weak. Like, she doesn't have much spine when it comes to like the shit that she does have a spine and she does have a backbone towards are like points that are like either incorrect or irrelevant. Like, that's what I've noticed, if that makes sense.
Feel attacked today, you know, as far as this issue, I think Discord servers in the aggregate have a really big problem with lack of moderation. You know, it's like you've got a YouTube star, like they start off, it's essentially a teenager or a young 20-something shooting out of their bedroom with some shitty $20 lights from Amazon, right? And then they're trying to build a Discord community, so they loop some people in to act as moderator roles. You're desperately trying to find good people. They're all volunteers. No one is getting paid. It's not surprising to me in a system like this that the outcome is very, it does not have a lot of oversight for minors. So like it almost feels to me like Discord itself, the product, has a role to play in this. Like, it's not engineered in a way to make that safe. Like, you're essentially trying to scale communities without any protection there. So I don't think Keffels has a monopoly on any of this.
Okay, well, I'll hand it over to Muda.
Well, yeah, Muda just joined us,
Yeah,
so I
I'll
figured
go
we'll just hand it over to him.
Hello, hello.
I just kind of slipped in. I heard.
No, we had the door wide open. Come on in.
Don't worry.
Bro, look, I just got home this whole weekend. I'm out in like fucking Pennsylvania and shit, and I just managed to. I got home like, I want to say like 30 minutes ago.
Right.
But yeah, so shit's been a wild weekend. You know,
Yeah,
like
I can imagine.
transphobia. So.
I
Dude,
really liked. I enjoyed your video, and I appreciate.
I will say, like, I
Yeah.
read through messages that you
Mhm.
sent me just
Yeah.
now, and I kind of want to talk about like the DIY HRT stuff a little bit.
Sure.
Just to kind of like correct, or not just like sort of establish more. I would say flesh out what my thinking is.
Go ahead.
I am
yeah.
somebody that is very much a live and let live kind of guy, right?
Sure.
My only problem with any of this kind of stuff is, I talked to 3 medical practitioners primarily, and Dad, my wife. You know, they're all people that will say anything DIY, any type of medication, they don't recommend, right?
Sure. I
That's
don't
the
recommend
only-
it either. 100%.
And my thing is always, so people kind of look at any video I make with the lens of U.S. politics, which is why I also bring the U.S. as I mentioned. But my view on this is very much from like a Canadian perspective, which isn't perfect, but it's certainly a lot better than some states in the United States for sure. So my thing is, look, as long as something is 100% safe, and I guess one of the things I probably should mention is like gender dysphoria, these things are real, valid, like fucking class.
Somebody should have told Muda this earlier. I think he did that Discord thing where he's got his other mic selected, like, instead of his one that he's supposed to be using. That, or he's on Discord mobile and his mic is just really bad. and they didn't want to say it sooner because them now recording boys are like, we can't interrupt Mudahar. He's got like 1 million subscribers. We're just gonna let him talk. Dude, you should have said something to him sooner to be like, yo, because his mic starts cutting out a little bit throughout this call, and it kind of sounds really bad for like the first half of the call. So just preface now, you gotta kind of like listen in on what he's trying to say.
Specifications, any doctor will say that.
Sure.
I just wish that there was a system, and it's one thing I advocate for, is like, if you want this to be accepted and legal and no issues, then that's the only hurdle to cross. I don't think that until then, there should be any form of, or, you know, there shouldn't be the other extreme end that should be promoted, right? Like,
Oh my God, no.
You know,
100%. Yeah.
like we shouldn't be throwing the toaster oven in the fucking bathwater and like playing Risk. But I do think that there should be some middle ground, there should be some discussion, there should definitely be like a state agency or doctors getting together to do more research on this kind of stuff and coming to a, you know, thorough conclusion.
Sure, Mudahar, but this is look. This is a minor criticism, right? Like directionally, I don't have a problem with anything you said in the video, and you're right. This is a U.S. centric point of view that I'm giving to you, but it is, swear to God, war, political war on trans children right now. Even legally through gender clinics, there's a massive operation to shut all of that down. And I want to be really clear. Like, I don't think the system is working very well. I think it needs to be overhauled. I think the safeguards that are in place are not functioning very well. I was really astonished with one study that showed only 79% of people going to gender clinics and getting HRT meet the WPATH standard, which blew my mind. So, like, it's clear something's got to change, but I just felt like there's this context in your video that you're criticizing DIY, and I think from the trans community's point of view, it's like the Democratic Party is not making like trans healthcare access a really big priority, right? It's under attack by the Republicans. So I think trans people are going, you know what? Legal help to get all this stuff is not here. We're going to have to turn to illegal stuff. And that's just the context I thought was missing from your video, which I think is a pretty nuanced like criticism.
I mean, look, I can see that angle of it for sure. It's just, honestly, it is tough from any perspective to like sort of bring the DIY. It's hard to like, I guess, sort of watch that for, because here, look, I have brought, the reason why this video also took really long to make is I've kind of been like testing, like I've been focus testing with the people in my life, friends, family, whatever, and I brought up this idea, and never has, it's always, you know, sort of brought fear, especially amongst like, you know, new parents and everything too.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where, like, how do you bring this kind of topic up, and how do you introduce it? Like, and then you get into other extrapolations, like, hey, if we allow this, what about tattoos, drugs, whatever, like, it's such a massive, like, minefield. So it's like, you know, for me, and look, the trans people that I've talked to before making this video, one of them was Cherry, who, you know, I used some of the messages in it. The whole discussion was, look, you know, when you're under the age of like 18 or something, right? When you're like fucking, I guess, a kid, you eventually go through a change in your body that can't be reversed. And if you never wanted to have that change to begin with, well, now you're just fucking stuck in some way. So it is such a minefield, quagmire thing that I'm trying to have a healthy discussion about it, you know, which is not, again, the central focus point of it. My whole focus point was, hey, listen, if you're going to get on Discord and start introducing this kind of stuff, I really feel like parents, governmental agencies, people should, every party should be involved. And look, I know the world's perfect, right? Like, you know, if you brought this stuff up to like a family in like, you know, conservative land who they would never even want to hear the LGBT stuff coming out of their kids. That's a risky subject, but it's still not something, it's such a legal, it's such a weird situation, and every single aspect of talking about this involves so many different parties that, I don't know, I just...
The main party that it's going to involve is like the fucking kid's parents, you know what I mean? Regardless of how the kid feels. Fucking, that's what a lot of these issues will come down to. These social issues I'll notice is it's like, well, what are we gonna do about it? It literally starts in the fucking home, bro. And it comes down to the fact that like there's a lot of parents out there nowadays who are not doing a good job at like monitoring their kids, seeing what they're up to, just talking with their kids, and just being able to talk to your kid also comes down to just having a good relationship with your kid. We've got a lot of blasé like parents nowadays that are just trying to fucking, they don't give their kids like that due diligence and that time that they should. Like, oh man, like, I don't know. One time, I think I was watching it was Dr. Phil, and he said something along the lines of like, you know, it's so crucial at like a young age when you're raising your kid that you like talk to them just all the time, and you're like being present for your kid, even for small things, you know what I mean? Like I think that's what he said. He was on Joe Rogan, and he talked about how he said, you need to talk to your kids about like small things, like all the time, and just talk to them about small things, be cool, be calm with them. Because then, if you're like always like, as they're growing up, if you're always talking to them about the small things, even things that don't matter, like stupid things, you know, then when they have actual problems that they're going through, they're going to feel more than comfortable to like come to you to talk to you about that kind of stuff because you've already built up that kind of relationship. And that's the issue with a lot of fucking parents nowadays, man, is, oh, well, life is so hard, and oh, well, I already work a 9 to 5, or I work 2 jobs and I'm just so exhausted. Well, I just can't find the time to, you know, fucking raise my like 2 or 3 kids. You stick them in front of tablets, you stick them in front of iPads, bro, and then you're letting the internet just raise them, dude. You know, like, I mean, I played a lot of video games growing up, but I still had at least that healthy relationship with my parents where, you know, I would hang out with them, I would talk with them, despite me maybe just being stuck in front of a TV for like X amount of hours a day. It's not great, but at the same time, I mean, I turned out all right. There's something about like these tablets and like smartphones, you know, just having it right there in front of your face, you're just locked in like all the fucking time. It's going to hyper develop a kid's ADHD. They're going to be way more prone to ADHD symptoms and shit at like just a young age, which is not going to help them when it comes to school and shit like that. And then you're also just fostering this kind of, don't talk to me, go play on your phone, don't talk to me right now kind of attitude. And then, of course, once they become preteens, once they get to be moody teenagers, they're going to resent you. Wow, it's like, that's the natural pipeline, bro. You got to be there for your fucking kids. And that's like that's the issue right there, where it's like there's no just easy solution. I mean, technically it is. It's like just be there for your kid and talk to them. But I feel like some parents, they get to a point where, you know, I'd like to hold that hope where it's like it's never too late. Your kid can always come around and have a good relationship with you. But, you know, if you don't set them up properly for those teenage years and shit, when shit starts to change, you know, hormones, whatever the fuck, you're fucked, dude. You're quite literally fucked, you know? You got to fucking be there, bro. You got to be taking care. You got to be like looking after your kids. You got to be taking care of your kids properly. And that really doesn't happen nowadays. I feel like there's a growing trend where people take care of their kids like less. They have like less due diligence when it comes to like paying attention to their kids, which is pretty fucking detrimental to like society.
I
fully agree with you. And let's be really clear. For a lot of trans activists, their message to those parents with good faith questions is shut the fuck up, right? That's not a political answer. That is we've tried to do that for a long time, and parents don't like that. It's really normal for parents to have questions like, is this a phase that my child is going to grow out of? What are the effects of this going to be? And I think the trans community's tendency to frame this like you either give your child HRT and let them transition, or they're going to commit suicide. Well, that's not, it's a lot more complicated than that. So I want a far more sophisticated public policy conversation with every single part of this. And the extremes on both sides are making it absolutely impossible. Go look at my Twitter. Like yesterday, I had TERFs screaming at me all day and trans activists screaming at me all day for saying, I think we should talk about gender neutral bathrooms less and universal health care more. So I hear what you're saying there. It's just, this is a political reality, that there are a lot of really desperate trans kids out there. They're going, oh my God, if I don't get HRT, I am not going to be able to pass, and my life is going to be much harder. That is a very, very reasonable fear. And in the same way we need to have an answer for parents, I think we need an answer for those kids, and it's going to be a lot of work.
I think that's something everyone can agree on, and I'm glad that we brought up the extremes on every angle, because it makes talking about such a contentious issue that much more difficult. I think like one of the things that I said was like, hey, listen, a lot of the arguments, especially when it came around like sports stuff, right? Like we're taking a fringe issue out of a fringe issue, and we're bringing that into the center table. Like no one's going to win in that department, right? Like, so I don't know. There's a lot of things that I guess I don't know. That's where my mind sort of stands. That's where I come out into, and you know, I think the weird part is like any form of, I guess, discussion about this. It's like if you're not 100% with the most extreme left or right end, it's like you either get painted as like an extreme transphobe and whatnot. Like, look, here's my personal belief, right? I might like I read today that I said I had traditional beliefs, so people thought that I was like a fucking really crap super conservative guy. My traditional beliefs are, me and my wife, we grew up, you know, with the traditional family. We have like gender norms and whatnot. Like we have roles and shit. That's my traditional stuff, you know.
Sure.
I'm the fucking breadwinner for the family, and she works too, but. You know, we have a mom-dad kind of role thing going on, and that's how we were raised. We turned out fine, so we try to emulate what worked out fine for us. And then today I also read, like, she said that, like, because she's very much, like, obviously the medical practitioner, she's like, I'm not going to support that Onokonoko pharmaceuticals, like,
no, of course not.
DIY.
Of course you shouldn't support that. Of course not.
I prefer other forms of therapy, and I was reading on, like, this insane Reddit board. It's like, fucking, does she promote conversion therapy? And it's insane, because, like, she's from the state of California. That shit has been outlawed since fucking 2013 for months. That is very much not in our thing, and even in our family, right? Like we have, you know, gay people in our family that would be very much against that. So, it's one of those things where it's like,
this is what's so hard about the conversation right now, is it is impossible for anyone to have a moderate position on anything trans. You know, I'm 46. I am old enough to remember that when you transitioned, these were the steps. You had to go to a therapist and get 3 months of therapy. If they decided you met the DSM criteria, then you could start on hormones. Then, if you got on hormones with the therapist letter, by the way, and then you went and lived for a year in the gender you identified with, then you could go get 2 letters from 2 other psychologists and a psychiatrist that would show that you're mentally fit, and then at that point you could go get GRS, which is gender change surgery, right? That
Finally,
was a radical thing within.
Base thumbnail, thank you. Same fucking thumbnail I've been reusing every day. See, that's the thing, Abby, is like, I'm pulling a little Queeman or like a Chud Logic. You know how those dudes, they just use the same thumbnail every day? I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to start doing that and see if it helps. And like, I don't know if it's helped, you know, maybe, kind of. I used to try to go all out with my thumbnails, and I might go back to that, but I don't know. Thank you. Oh, no, the now recording. Oh, okay, I got you, yeah. Yeah, my thumbnail was trash. I was like, okay, thanks for the roast, bro. I thought you were being sarcastic. Nah, for real, yeah, the now recording one is fucking Kino, bro. It's perfect. Also, what's good, Abby? Welcome.
In my lifetime, I'm talking about the 90s, right? And today that system has changed a lot, where you can literally skip all that therapy, go to Planned Parenthood and get HRT with what they call informed consent. There are really good arguments for informed consent.
Exactly, yeah, it's just kind of simple. You can tell that it's live, you know, it is what it is.
But there are also really good arguments for the way it used to be. And the problem is it's so heightened emotionally on both sides. We can't have a public policy discussion in the middle based on science to come to better outcomes for all involved. This discussion is serving no one. The trans community is losing rights at a blistering rate. It has gotten better and better and better since Christine Jorgensen in the 60s. And just in the last decades, it's just like an iceberg evaporating into the ocean. All these rights in the entire system. Yeah.
If I could I ask you a question?
We get the fucking legendary Keem call in here. Let's go, dude.
So you've been a supporter of Keffels for a very long time. I've seen you supporting her entire career.
Sure.
How come you haven't noticed the lies, the manipulation, the gaslighting? How come?
I saw you were streaming last night, Abby. Yeah, I didn't chat or anything. I tuned in for like a little bit in the beginning, but I was like hella tired. I was like, damn, she's going live late, bro. But hey, I'm here for it.
You haven't noticed this stuff on your end.
I don't want to, like, I didn't want to come on stream today and, like, start a public beef with Keffel. She's dealing with enough with this video that's coming out. I think she should answer Mutahar your video. She should hit it head on, address those criticisms. I will say that I see people.
I'm not growing a young, growing a Kim. My bad.
My thing with her, my thing with any criticism to my video, before I like even get into it, like, I don't really foresee any logical response you could make to counter any of the points I made in the video, because a lot of it, like, this requires so much research. It is, I didn't make this video to make somebody look bad. It's just what they've done is actually terrible behavior.
Sure.
I do believe the only salient response that she can provide and give is to probably refund that money, or put it towards actual transgender causes, because one of the points in the video was like, hey, listen, this is already a community that lives in poverty. I mean, I have seen people who have been in the LGBT community who gets kicked out of their homes. They're effectively homeless, right? And, you know, if you live in like a city like Toronto, right, which is like fucking LA, New York levels of prices, these are people that effectively go homeless because of, you know, whatever that they've been born with, right? Like, and people can have a discussion or whatever all the time about what is valid and what isn't, but like, this is a community that is already like fucking living, a lot of people live in abject poverty. You know, most people, you know, in this community, look, you either find like some of the richest, most educated gay people, like, that are making good money, right? Like my brother-in-law works for a fucking good firm, educated from a great place. One extreme end or the other. There's never like an in-between. Families are like, either they can set you for success or they can fucking ruin you, right? You get kicked out of your house at 16, not a lot of options. So in that community, that needs to be reimbursed for them, right? That's, or at least
it needs to be reimbursed, but it's never going to. And this is why I don't understand, like, why Keffel still has a following when she's literally fucking stolen like $100,000 from people. You know, I mean, who was donating to her GoFundMe in the first place? Probably a lot of people in that LGBTQ community, dude. And then it's like you're just gonna take their money and run, and they're still gonna support her. And I'm really grateful, because I've seen on you know, let's see if there's a star. Oh yeah, there we go. Sorry, I had to focus I had to lock in, get the star piece. I'm starting to become white-pilled and like hopeful, because I've seen on Twitter a lot recently, everybody who's been coming out and you know what I mean? Like, everybody who's been coming out, like, no, fuck all this slander on Keffels, this and that, this is bullshit. Almost everyone in the replies, I'll see, like, other members of the fucking trans community, and they're like, nah, Keffels ain't it. Keffels needs to get called out. We don't condone her. We don't support her. I've seen a lot of that lately, which has given me some hope, dude. That's why I'm never going to be one of those dudes where I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what? I'm just staunchly anti-trans because I've taken the MAGA pill. Like, nah, I'm not like that at all. And I normally don't even... I mean, sometimes I get a little political here on my stream, but it's like, dude, I don't know. I'm very live and let live, and I'm very moderate, you know what I mean? And if I'm calling out someone for their bullshit, you know, it's because they're bullshit, and it's not going to be because of, you know, I'm attacking their politics first or something like that. I just don't see why, like, there must just be some really fucking stupid people out there who are like, nah, I'm still going to support Keffels. Nah, I still believe her. And it's like, all right, if you believe her, why don't y'all go hang out with, like, Leo Convoy? Because you're the same fucking dumbasses that are hanging out in, like, the Senate server and shit and taking clowns like that seriously. At that point, go do your fucking thing. Go be fucking stupid in the fucking shadows like the idiot you are, bro. It's just insane. I don't know how people can just like, no, I trust her, bro. I trust her. It's like, all right, bro. You got a piss poor judge of character, dog. I hope you fix it.
Some form of transparency. And the other thing is, it's like, what the behavior that she has showcased is exactly the kind of behavior you hear about on fucking Twitter. I guess a lot of these right-wing circles about like, hey, groomer behavior, so that needs to be fucking rectified. That needs to be like properly discussed because it makes the whole community look so bad. And the people that I've talked to, look, most of them just want to live.
Yeah, that's my issue. Why isn't there self-policing in this community? Like,
I completely agree.
Brianna Wu, like, you've seen all this stuff firsthand. I'm not understanding why it takes Mutahar to go and make the video. Mutahar's not watching every Keffel stream. Not paying attention.
Real
quick, the stream died. Real quick, the stream died. Just so you know. Sorry.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
No.
Be back in a minute.
We're good.
Okay, I have to push back on that because I do know Keffels. I don't think she sits there and actively thinks she's better than everyone. And in fact, I think a lot of people really misunderstand Keffels. I genuinely do.
Bullshit, dude. This is when Brianna Wu lost me. Well, I think people just genuinely misunderstand Keffels. No, I think it's because they've been judging her character a little too well for like too long, dog. And nobody else will seem to see the fucking rhyme or reason in it, you know?
Keffels is traumatized from the things that have happened to her in the last few years. She's
bullshit, bro. All the shit that she put herself into. Can you really be like... I mean, I guess technically that is kind of a nuanced argument right there. Is can you be traumatized by something that you willingly put yourself into? Because sometimes I almost want to say no, but then people are going to make that same argument for, okay, well, what about war veterans? How can they be traumatized when they willingly signed up to go fight in that war? Damn, you got me there. You know, that's a decent point. But it's so much different though. Like I would say the arguments are way fucking different. You know, Keffels. When you're an internet personality, there's a difference between signing up to like fight for the country that you live in, getting trauma that way, and then, willingly putting yourself on the internet, establishing yourself as some sort of like martyr, some sort of a fucking, you know, this voice for the community, starting GoFundMes that you can't follow up on. Like, you're willingly doing all this shit to yourself, and of course it's going to breed harassment because people just aren't going to like you for it. And, well, she's just got all this trauma through the shit she's dealt with on the internet. Sorry, Brianna. I don't want to fucking hear it, dude. I don't want to fucking hear it. My response, who hasn't? Yeah, dude. I mean, for real. Like, this is just straight up where Brianna lost me. And I'm like, okay, no. All fucks given are out the window, dog.
It's not faking that, okay?
But it's hard to believe
hold
that.
On. I want to finish what I'm saying. And
oh, God.
It causes her to make decisions that a lot of people around her like are encouraging her to make different decisions, okay? And I'm gonna be honest, I see a lot of
He potentially stole a lot of money. Come on, he potentially stole a lot of money.
Please.
When I think I was 22, I found myself in rehab in the exact same way Keffels did. Poly addiction. I was a mess. And I think all the time, like, what if for that period of my life, like social media had been around or I had been a YouTube star? Holy crap. I mean, I'm not justifying everything that she's done. I'm saying it is context. She's not lying about being like traumatized by what happened with the police showing up to her house. That really hurt her.
No, but she is lying about the money. And that's a really big deal.
And she did lie about the cops.
No,
she lied about certain aspect of the cops.
Here's the thing. I definitely can agree. This is where I'm going to like push back here. I've said this. She's probably on drugs, right? Like whatever fucking coke, meth, benzos, whatever the hell it is. I can understand somebody being addicted to drugs and being in a really dark place, right?
Sure.
And there have been places where I've been that have not been.
Also, sorry for the constant checking my phone. I swear to God, I'm not fucking meandering or some shit. I'm looking at the walkthrough on this train segment because I do not remember any of this shit. I remember like the other half of this game that we already played through. This shit is still basically fresh to me. I've only played through this part like once, like fucking 10 years ago. So cut me some slack. Sorry for the constant phone checking. All right, it's unprofessional. My bad.
Been the best, okay? The last 10 years, there have been periods in my life where I've had severe downs. But that I never can think is an actual excuse for financial mismanagement of this degree. And again, even if somebody is going through a lot of drug stuff too, that doesn't excuse terrible behavior or interaction and outright lying about interacting with certain communities, you know, running some of these Discord servers. Like, people have said that, mischaracterizations. Anybody that hasn't watched my video said, like, hey, listen, the way that you portray her as like groomer. I never said she was groomer. I said her interactions with a minor using the Catboy Ranch Discord server, Twitter account, or whatever. Those were signs. Those were not good things to do. Any other person.
I just still can't take it seriously. Everyone in like a serious argumentative, I think that's a word, context, they keep using the words Catboy Ranch in a sentence. I just can't take it seriously, bro. God fucking damn it. It's just hilarious.
In that situation would be fucking thrown under the bus.
Yes.
And these are things that are ultimately net negatives. These are things that shouldn't have happened.
Fuck yeah, Abby.
Yes, people can go through terrible, rough times, but
Break
we've
the
got to
rules.
we've got to look past a lot of the rough times that she's had, because there is no salient excuse for some of the serious financial mismanagement, and of course some of the outright like lies and mischaracterizations and the way she's acted in general over the last 2-3 years.
So I want to
but-
respond to that. Hold on.
Just one line. You basically said, Brianna, she was in a dark place. That's what you said. But go ahead.
Okay, so I hear what you're saying, Mudahar. I think what you're saying is dead on, and it's fair. I think there are two.
Yeah, I'm not big on ranch either. I try not to hate, I try not to judge, but when I see people slathering ranch on pizza, that's when I get like disgusted territory. I don't fuck with ranch.
Two roles here. You are critiquing Keffels,
Especially not the kind of ranch that comes out of a cat boy. All right.
the public figure, and her public actions about what she did with public money. God bless. Like, your video had some very salient criticisms. I think I really welcome that kind of scrutiny being brought to this stuff, and I think it was entirely appropriate. What I would ask y'all to understand is I've been on Keffel's stream, once? Like 90% of my interactions with her are as a friend of someone who has gone through something kind of similar. And that's my dynamic with her. So does that make sense to you? It's just, I feel like I have a different role.
Was she traumatized when she talked to the kids like she did on Twitter?
We've already talked
was
about
she traumatized?
that.
Yeah, but was she traumatized then? Because that happened before the cops.
We've already talked about this. I don't defend that.
I listen, I understand what you're saying, that you had like tough times too.
I don't defend that. Like, I don't know. It's just Brianna Wu plays this game of like, oh, well, I'm going to pick and choose what I'm going to defend her over. Like, I guess if that's your prerogative, go for it. Comes across as sweeping to me, dog. I mean, you know, sometimes it's cringe to do the whole they're sweeping. Brianna Wu is 100% sweeping for Keffels, even though she sits here and tries to gaslight the audience into saying that she's not. Yeah, she needs to shut up. That's what I'm saying. It just, the more that this call goes on, I'm just like, ugh, like fucking claw my eyes out, bro. It just gets so annoying, man.
Dude, and I'm glad you got through them. But if you made a decision like Keffels had made,
Like, I'm really surprised that Keem and Nick Diorio were able to stay so civil during this conversation. I thought Keem would have gone like, you know, blown gasket, like no fucks given, but he stayed fairly civil the whole time, man. It's a cursed name for a Discord server. 100 fucking percent, dude.
to basically scam $100,000 on GoFundMe. Like, you're talking, this is a person who says they're in danger and they bought IRL streaming equipment to go to a place where Kiwi Farms had a bomb threat.
Sure.
Okay, this is like beyond, like, you have to understand.
And the other thing is too, sorry Nick to cut you off, if you are under risk, right, and you feel that your life is in danger, going to places like Twitch San Diego and putting the lives of other people in danger is also never a good thing to do. I mean, this is somebody who at the time was, I guess, one of the most polarizing figures, to go to like a massive event where, you know, I guess bad things could have happened. That is not like that. These are exact signs of somebody that knows they're in a far better situation than they're letting on in the public sphere.
She has a whole career of lying, and just manipulating her audience over and over and over again. I mean, you can't support someone like that.
You're not wrong, but what I think about is all the mistakes I made during Gamergate. And, you know, it has taken me a long time to come back and basically fix my reputation from that. I was traumatized. The death threats did get to me. I made decision after decision after decision that was incredibly stupid. And I can see that now.
And you're making another one right now by stepping into this call, acting like you're not going to get clowned on for all your fucking stupid points, bro. Come on. Get real, dude.
now because I'm past that trauma and I worked with a therapist to get past it. I know what it's like.
And I had all this trauma, and I worked with a therapist to get past. Just drop the fucking softy act, bro. It's just so annoying, bro. This language sometimes, it's just annoying as hell, dude.
To be in the middle of that and to make bad decisions. So again, look, your criticism is fair. It's just, I personally have a different assessment based on my own experiences that give me a little bit more compassion for decision making that I think we would both agree is very bad.
I just wish you made the video on Keffels. I wish you exposed Keffels, not me though. I do. I wish that your own community policed itself.
Sure.
That's what I wish happened.
I mean, I'm more frustrated with the lack of acknowledgement. And this is not personal to you, Brianna. But
Sure.
It's more or less just the trans community just can't take a W on this. We have to have discourse over a thumbnail. We have to talk about who drew the thumbnail. We have to talk about legislation. I understand the legislation problem. Don't get me wrong. It's you go on a Twitch panel, you can't escape it. It's one of the main subject matters that I see discussed on stuff like this. But I feel like it's not a prerequisite when you're in a situation as bad as this to just openly criticize, because obviously your stance on DIY hormones is different than mine and different than Mudahar's, but I don't think we disagree.
Is it different? What is the difference between our positions?
This is Nick's biggest L in this whole call right here. I don't know. He must not have been listening at all earlier before he jumped in. Because he assumes that Brianna Wu is pro the DIY HRT, which she said like multiple times before he joined. Like, she's not. So I'm not going to lie, I got to give Nick the L on this. I think he might have even streamed about this past week. Maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering it. But I swear, I think he streamed it and he even admitted. He's like, yeah, I took a fat L on this.
I don't hear any difference.
Are you
at all.
for DIY hormones for
No,
children at all?
of course I'm not. I think I've said this. It's very bad.
That's my mistake.
Okay, let me say this really explicitly because I don't want anyone to misunderstand this. I don't support minors taking DIY hormones, but exactly the same way that women have back alley abortions, minors are going to take DIY hormones if we don't build a system.
One of the few things I actually agree with Brianna on this matter is, yeah, I would say that those are fairly comparable. Having a brutal, like, botched back alley abortion is pretty much on the same level as like DIY hormones. I mean, in a certain sense, maybe not, because it's like a literal botched abortion can be like horrifying. It can like kill you. Well, I don't know, dude. DIY HRT, that shit can fucking kill you too. Like, what's worse, dying through like an infection or dying through a... I don't know, dude. At this point, it's hard to put them on those pedestals. Like, one is above the other when I don't know if it is. That poor little Yoshi. Yeah, poor guy. He's got to carry Mario's fat Italian ass all around the train.
If you're serious about stopping minors from taking DIY hormones, you've got to give them a healthcare system that will deliver for them. I'm talking about outcomes. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, and I understand what you're saying, but I'm telling you, like, it makes, like, people can't condemn what is obviously bad. That discourse is not allowed to happen in this community. We have to look past that, and that just makes the community look worse as a whole.
This is a problem with progressivism. It's not just trans people. There's no self-correcting mechanism in the progressive space, which is why you've got these nut jobs praising Hamas and pretending that the October 7th rapes didn't happen, right? It's just getting crazier and crazier, and it's not even about...
More buzzwords and shifting the goalposts. We're not talking about Hamas, bitch. We're talking about fucking Keffels and her abusing her fucking platform and it needing to be called out. We're not talking about progressivism. We're not talking about fucking Israel-Palestine. Get the fuck out of here, dude. More political fucking hearsay bullshit. This is why political debates and shit are so fucking stupid to begin with. Is they can always bring up, oh, well, this is the deal with this as well. And it's just constant fucking, what do you call that? Shifting. It's just constant fucking shifting sometimes. It's annoying, dude.
About any public policy anymore. So I share your assessment. Like, where's the self-policing from the community? It's a huge problem. It's got to change. It's causing us to become the left-wing version of Gamergate, and you just can't. I can't look the other way on this anymore.
I gotta go, but here's my final statement on this. This isn't a trans issue. This whole thing, Keffels, has nothing to do with trans, right? It's literally a content creator, like all of us who are content creators, who lied, who manipulated, and who potentially stole thousands of dollars from their fans, right? That's the story here. And every pushback tries to turn it into, oh, this is transphobic and this and that. And like, every response to this is pure manipulation. People from your community, Brianna Wu, need to stand up for facts and truth and get rid of the bad actors, because it makes the whole group look bad, especially when they're defending, the thumbnail's transphobic and stuff like that, stuff that no one will agree with. No one can look at that thumbnail and be like, oh yeah, Muta is being transphobic. No one's coming to that conclusion. It makes everyone looking bad. He is toxic, and everyone needs to run for the hills. So supporting her means going down the toilet with her.
Fucking W monologue from Keem, bro. That was just an amazing closing statement from Keem, because it's so true. That's what this boils down to, dude. Like, I mean, I try to stay commentary oriented. I don't like to fucking... Ah, man. Like, I really, you know, I try not to... Oh, shit. Where's the... Is this the contract I'm looking for? Vital paper? Okay, was this the room I'm looking for? I need to do this, maybe? Maybe? No? No, sorry. All right, I'm tripping. But, I mean, I try not to get, like, super fucking uber political on here. That's literally what this comes down to, bro. Within commentary, you know, sometimes people be making mistakes on the internet. So then with shit like commentary content, you have the opportunity to call them out for the bullshit that they've done. And yeah, there's lots of fucking bad actors going around, and they're trying to turn this into some uber political thing. It's not. It's not at all, bro. This has been happening for a while. Look at the fucking Dave and Blossom situation, if y'all remember, where Blossom was trying to turn into, well, I would just like to dissect the commentary community and some of the deep-rooted stigma and racism. It's like, what? Why are you making something out of nothing? There's nothing to go on there. You're just making shit up. You're quite literally just making shit up. And yeah, at the end of the day, every fucking commentator is going to have their own personal political beliefs, just like fucking newscasters do, just like sportscasters do. It doesn't have to come down to when you're judging someone by the content of their character, bro. Fucking... It's like an MLK type scenario. Don't judge people by the content of their politics. Judge them by, like, the content of their character. That's what a lot of people try to do. And then you got bad actors that come out, oh, this is clearly because she's trans. This is clearly because that, bro. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, I hate the term self-policing. It's kind of fucking cringe sometimes. But, yeah, I mean, shit like this needs to be getting called out more often. And the fact that it's not is kind of, it's kind of staggering, in my opinion. It's kind of fucking wild.
Just a quick thing. Sorry,
Say something real quick.
Please.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead, Tyler.
All right, I want to say this, and I'm gonna okay. Listen, I understand you saying that she has trauma, but I can't get past that because I feel like you're giving her the pass and the excuse for what she's done by saying that. That's literally what it feels like.
What am I specifically excusing today? I've acknowledged a ton of things that have been mistakes. I'm saying for me personally, Brianna Wu, the individual, I have an assessment and it gives me some compassion for it. I said Muda's video is entirely fair. I said she needed to answer it. I said any number of criticisms here are fair. So what am I defending other than saying I personally have experience that gives me some compassion for this?
I'm gonna be honest, she doesn't deserve any compassion. She
Okay.
doesn't. She doesn't deserve any compassion because that's giving her a pass. She needs to answer for what she did, every little bit of it.
Okay.
W. Xylee, let's fucking go. Let's go.
I think Keffels needs to take a long step away from public life. I did this after Gamergate. I got my head on straight, and I think as long as she's in the public eye, I think it's just going to keep getting worse. So I think the kindest thing she could do for herself is to take a long break.
Okay, so this is one of the things that, like, there are so many fucking warning signs with people like Keffels, and it's not, again, it's not just Keffels. I remember at the time there was this, like, big conversation of, well, and it's in the video, I use myself as a lightning rod, and I think that is fucking bollocks. Like, Keffels used her community not as, like, she wasn't a shield for it, she used it as a sword. And, like, members of her own community were getting doxxed, were getting, like, put on blast, whether it was Twitter, Kiwi Farms, whatever, because she was encouraging them to put themselves at risk. And I know when it's like, well, Keffels is going through trauma, but isn't there I feel like there's almost a wider conversation there with the fact that, you know, people weaponize their communities and are calling it activism. It's not fucking activism. It's just bludgeoning people that they dislike. That's what the whole ratioing thing was in the first place. And, like, not to mention...
That's why I think it's funny that, like, you know, communities like that like to call out fucking, oh, shit. Fuck, getting a phone call here. Sorry, 1 second, chat. BRB. Damn, shit. Sorry about that. Had to secure some money real quick. Big money moves. Y'all know how it goes. Had to take the call. I got the call. Yeah. As lyrics would say, I got the call, ladies and gentlemen. Nah, like for real though. Some just like work type shit. Cool. All right. Well, we're back. Let's what was I just about to say? I feel like okay, let's go back a little bit. Let's see if I can re-jog, like remember where I was at.
Conversation there with the fact that, you know, people weaponize their communities and are calling it activism. It's not
That's what I was gonna say, I think, is these are the same types of communities that like to call out commentary for being toxic, because they remember like Leafy is here. They remember Leafy's audience. And you know, I'll give them that. Leafy's audience was hella toxic. Your boy was part of it. Back when I was in high school, dude, Leafy was banging out those videos, dude. I was so into Leafy in like freshman year of high school. It was fucking hilarious. And so then they like to, I don't know, they like to fucking, oh shit. I don't know. They just like to call out, they like to call out communities like that for being toxic while they're conducting the exact type of brigading that they would. And that's one thing, is like Leafy's community would be like borderline, like, yeah, I guess harassing or whatever. But then there's a difference where with these other communities, they're going straight up to the level of like fucking trying to deplatform people. Like, I've really mainly seen it when it comes to these political fucking activist people who follow people like Keffels. They're the ones who are actually taking it to the level of, let's call this person's university. Let's call this person's fucking school, you know, get them expelled. Let's call this person's job and get them fired. Let's get their sponsorships ripped away. That's like, I don't fuck with that. I really don't fuck with that shit. That's taking it to a whole new fucking level, dude. Insane. Insane, dude. Like, what the fuck, dude? Ooh, okay. Sorry, I got some more shit I'm dealing with. We'll let the video play in the meantime.
Fucking activism. It's just bludgeoning people that they dislike. That's what the whole ratioing thing was in the first place. And like, not to mention, like, the way Keffels acted towards that community. Like, I remember the fucking like ban trials, because she used a bot to mass ban everyone, and then people had to plead in the messages to get back in, and then like that got turned into content. And when you see creators do that and they get a pass, like Hassan and everything else, it just seems like there's this double standard when you label yourself an activist, which is incredibly frustrating to watch happen.
It's not invisible. I watched Denim say we're going to be talking about a thumbnail today because I don't think it's worth critiquing
Bro,
someone.
the reason she did that was because she absolutely hated me on the Israel-Palestine thing. That's why. She was like already biased.
She literally came out and straight up said, I will not be covering this because I don't think it's valuable to criticize a leftist content creator. It's out loud.
Hey,
That's
listen,
crazy.
what does Keffels do when she gets any kind of criticism? She'll fire up a stream on how she was raped or something. That's what she's going to end up doing. And deflect. That's what she's going to end up doing.
Alright. Normally I would say it's out of pocket, but she did kind of do that to Xander Hall. That clip is crazy, dude. That clip was fucking crazy. What was the quote? Like, I have to relive this because Xander Hall retweeted someone. Like, I don't know. That was a little wild. Keep in mind, this is around the time when Xander Hall got the screenshots that she was talking about how she just loves doxing people in private.
So here's a really honest question. You know, I feel like I've gotten to know a lot of content creators over the last 2 years, and to some extent, everyone here is mentally damaged, right? Like it's amazing to me anyone actually wants to be a content creator.
True.
Because it does take a toll. The drama cycles take a toll. Getting screamed at all the time takes a toll. So, I mean, what is like the ethical way to do this? To have kindness for someone that's going through something difficult but is making bad decisions, but also hold people accountable, because it feels like we're going to those extremes there, right? Like we're either looking the other way.
People. It has to be victims. Well, I think that there are in this case. I think that
who is the victim? Who is the victim?
$100,000 of money.
I'm a victim. Me?
Yeah.
I'm a victim.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not just you. It's
yeah.
every single trans person who has to make a GoFundMe in the future, and people go, "Well, where's my money going this time? I thought this was going to someone whose life was in danger, and they spent it on fucking a GoPro."
I think it's a little. I hear what you're saying. I think the long-term answer for trans healthcare cannot be GoFundMe. So I think
no, but it is right now. That's the current state of things.
I think that's
very. It survives off of goodwill.
Yeah.
I think it's more than just money. It's the perception of a community that you claim to advocate for. Look, I'll say this from right now, okay? Like fucking people like Osama bin Laden, right? Like, they're fucking bad Muslims. We all can agree, right? But they were just fucking terrible people to begin with. I think activists like Muslims that ultimately harm the... I think anybody that advocates, right, versus just being shitty is bad enough. Because an advocate or somebody that tries to make your community look better, but inadvertently keeps falling into the same traps that makes you look worse than ever before, is ultimately even more of a harm than an actual piece of shit to begin with, right? That's my problem with like Heppels. Yes, I have empathy for drug abuse. Don't get me wrong, I do. And I feel like a lot of your empathy comes from the fact that you were more friendly with her at some point. That is what I'm hearing. But I think that just because we're friends with people, I think that honestly, that as hard as it sounds and as painful as it is, the people that were once friends should be the hardest, right? Like Mama Max, for instance, you know, I made a big fuck up trusting that guy. That's why, like, even
Bro, big time. Fucking throwback to the Mama Max saga, dude.
harder in policing that and trying to get that situation resolved or try to resolve it in the best possible way.
Yeah.
Because you're in a situation where you're more connected to this than I'm ever going to be connected or anybody else in this phone. And yeah, you can't have empathy. Look, she's going, and I don't wish ill will on anybody, okay? I do, however, wish that she ends up paying back that money, or she ends up, in some capacity, paying back the people that she has set back, you know, in the grand scheme of things, right? Because the core end of that video was those friends who just want to fucking live. You inadvertently made their life harder than any other controlled or any opposition. That's the real like fucking problem here, right? And it shouldn't take somebody from outside that community who has an autistic, you know, fucking once you have a topic on your dartboard, you're finishing it 100%. There's a reason why this Keppels thing was in my head for fucking months. I had to finish it. That was literally a fucking like writer's block until I finished it. You know, part of me, like people say, man, you must have gotten a bag off of transphobia. Fuck no, I have a job outside of this. Trust me, the money that I made.
You probably made more money off the PlayStation video the next day than you did
exactly,
on
100%. You're fucking joking there, to be honest. So, for me, this isn't the idea of that. For me, it's the idea of like actual salient justice, right? And I think it pains me from a personal level to see a group of people that have such high hopes, that want to be recognized, that just want to live their life, who have to constantly fucking feel like shit because there's an activist in their camp that just keeps setting the fucking clock back.
Okay, I've got a hard question for you, Mudahar. This is a really tough question. Okay, you think Keppels is a bad activist? Who are the good activists in the trans community that you can point to? People above board, doing good work, not being reactive, not screaming about thumbnails, able to really think about public policy.
That's a question that I do not do much of an expert.
ContraPoints is good. I agree. Yeah.
Blair White.
Not Blair White.
Oh God.
I love that they name dropped Blair White, dude. Come on.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Blair White is crazy. Like she's a drama queen, but she also talks to a right-wing constituency in a way that the left does not, and I think that actually has a ton of value.
Another actually surprising W take from Brianna Wu. I actually agree with what she just said.
Well, here's the other thing.
Tipster's a good one.
Well, okay, all jokes aside, right? Like, if you ask me, ContraPoints, Natalie, one comes to my head.
So this is the reason I asked this, is I think it's a problem. It's a really...
Can you fix your mic? You're kind of drifting.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm fucking disconnected here. But no, the other thing is, like, if we're ContraPoints, that's the question we brought up, because we're not in the community, but you are in the community. So the thing is,
I think there's a real lack of leadership. I think there's a
who would be an
real lack of
activist right now
leadership.
that you would put up?
I think Aaron Reed does good work directionally. I think Alejandra is a hot mess. I think she's terrible. I think Jessie Gender is just the worst. You know, I think it is person after person after person that's elevated in this community that ends up being extremely bad for the community, because it's not about trying to accomplish any public policy. It's all about their hashtag brand. So I hear what you're saying about Keppels, and I think it's a fair critique, but this is a pattern that's like through the entire community. And you know, just to really talk about structural issues of why this happens, a lot of this is because the gay rights groups that should have been building real trans leaders for the last 20 years, they're just not interested in it. HRC is not producing trans leaders. You know, Land Illegal is barely funded. Like, there's just not a pipeline to develop people to become like credible spokespeople on this. So it's that failure that causes a whole panoply of YouTube stars to like fill that gap, because no one else is doing this.
Well, Philosophy Tube's going to be in Star Wars, so
I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that.
Well, I think the only just the one concern is, I don't know if it's the YouTube algorithm that forces this way, but the reason why we're just only talking about Keppels is because she has made herself the Jesse Jackson of trans. That's the and that's the only thing you gotta
Fair analogy right there.
take it out of. That's the only fucking thing that we're gonna try to find a way. Like, she is, look, she made herself a lightning rod. That was her own thing. That was literally it. So this is why we were talking. Nobody else is in that position. Nobody else has even claimed to jump into that position too. So this is.
But that's another reason why I have a problem with Keppels. I feel like Keppels used that opportunity to exploit people. There is no figurehead. I'll be the figurehead.
Oh God.
Keppels is really...
Fucking Nick Dioria, he really did the Thanos meme, the fine, I'll do it myself. Crab's the Infinity Gauntlet. Let's fucking go.
Good at I think at her best she can really see a controversy and drag some drama out of it. I think it's a skill I really it's too bad she can't use it for good. Yeah,
she like the Kiwi Farms, the drop Kiwi Farms thing. That's not the work of an amateur.
That's true. I've been working on that for a really long time. She got it done where me and a whole bunch.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not getting over this fat ass toad in the background, dude. Do y'all see this? Like, are y'all straight up seeing this right now? Look at this fucking guy. This is insane. I really want to take a fucking picture and say I found Boogie2988. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. No fucks given. Oh, wrong camera. Let me get a better one. I'm tweeting that out right now. I cannot get over this, bro. Why is Toad so obese? Who let him eat, bro? Who let him cook? Too many meals. The fuck? Crop. Boom. Sweet. Dead air, dead air, dead air. Alright. Found at Boogie2988 in Paper Mario. Gang. Like it up. If y'all follow me on Twitter. Retweet it so Boogie sees it.
A bunch of political professionals completely failed.
What, did she get it done?
Yeah, did she do that?
What-
Well,
yeah,
that's
I mean,
fair point.
it's still there. If anything, it's more resilient than ever.
Fair point. She dealt, let's phrase it this way, she dealt a blow that a lot of serious people have been trying to deal for a very long time and took it down.
Well,
So
it's funny. She's great at doxing people in the DMs.
All right.
The thing about the Kiwi Farm stuff, and this is one of the things that I addressed too, because I've seen people say like I ran cover for Kiwi Farms or something. Look, at the end of the day, Kiwi Farms to me, I've said on the video, and this is why I don't tweet out anything, because it's like you gotta watch the video. Like fucking anybody that's been shit on me for this, I condemn their fucking behavior, right? Like transphobia, none of this shit has a fucking place in my mind. That being said, I did stand by my definition of what they do is functionally legal. Okay? Like even the definition of doxing, right? For instance, if we're going by just the US version of it, if they're just cataloging shit they see in the white pages, that's not doxing. I compared it to the other website Zero, where the group was actually maliciously using US servicemen credentials or US federal agent credentials to source information out of like federal databases. That's a fucking problem. That's illegal behavior. So these are distinctions I make out. Now, as far as the website goes, yeah, shutting down Kiwi Farms and delivering a blow is one thing, but being a fucking former cybersecurity agent, right? Like the idea of looking at what the site is now, even if there are less users, right? It is a much more resilient site than ever before. And some of the technologies on there, I wouldn't even doubt have been spread to other, more dangerous websites, I would say, or more insanely wild websites that I won't name. So this is what's happened out of the campaign. It was shut down briefly, brought it back on forward, and now it has a front-facing clear web domain that is easily accessible.
They got $100,000 in donations for their own legal fund now, by the way, which I'm sure is not going to GoPros.
So this would be my pushback on that. And look, I agree with you, Mutahar. Like directionally, there's a very strong free speech argument for Kiwi Farms. I want to tell you what my experience with Kiwi Farms has been. Let me just tell you a really graphic story of something that happened. Someone looked at my pictures online, you know, public information, Facebook pictures, me taking a picture of my dog or whatever, and you know, they took those pictures and they managed to diagram a picture of my house. And they did a background picture of the house and they put it on Kiwi Farms. It got published on Medium. And then from there, one of those nut jobs started sending me graphic stories every single day explaining how they were going to come through my house and execute me, execute my dogs, execute my husband, like really graphic stories, like talking about how they were going to get me and cut the skin off my body and force feed it to me.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, Jesus, bro. This is now recording. This is not Hellraiser. What the fuck? Like, I'm gonna just tell you a graphic story. It's like, why? Like, just why?
So it is a vector for sending mentally unhealthy people to your real world life. And like, there's no easy policy answer here because free speech is really important. I thought when you said like we banned a lot of this stuff on mainstream platforms, and of course it's going to go somewhere, I actually think that's a very fair statement. But it's not. I think there's a tendency by people to not really look at what the real world outcome is of some of these sites, and it really, really hurts people. I actually know women that have very deliberately stayed out of the limelight for their entire career because they have children and they don't want them targeted with this stuff. So I think there's a wider calculation of what happens from this.
I think this is websites like Kiwi Farms personally. There's like when I mentioned the Kiwi Farms, like you said when you messaged me, we're all from like old school boards.
Yeah.
There are far more insane boards out there that I feel like the energy could have been more directed at. It's one of the point of the video. I'm like, look, not been covered for Kiwi Farms, but by the tier list, the level of hell that existed on the internet, the website that actually caused the damage should have been down. The problem that I also have, and I probably should actually mention this in the video, is that when you don't take down the offending website, right? And in this case, we'll call it website again. That website gains more power, you know, in the sense that they know that, oh, they're just going to go after the fucking, you know, the other website, blah, 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 because we're still fucking safe. That's my only other concern, like, with this situation. The other thing is, look, I get it. Your information's out there. People say really wild stuff all the time, too. And I'm not going to run the oppression of the Olympics over here because we're all content creators. There's a good chance all of our personal information is already out there.
All of it.
When I did deep web browsing, there was an entire 3-4 dark web pages. Literal pages, not the farms, the pages, where they just put all of my information up there, right? You know, it's to the point where I'm doing the Tony Soprano sitting outside in my backyard with a fucking AK-47 waiting for the fucking worst to happen because paranoia kind of hits you. No jokes right there. People will do fucked up shit. I worry about family. There have been previous tenants for older homes that I've lived in that I've had awkward calls with because shit has happened. People have sent stuff to the house and have shown up. I get it. There's a lot of bad stuff on the internet. There's a lot of bad fucking people out there, for sure.
Sure.
With that also completely said, though, it's like, what these websites do, what is... I get shutting them down. I just feel like championing them being shut down and using it as, like, it aggravates them more.
Burn me on a fucking cross here. I understand. Look, this shit's got my fucking address on it too. I understand what you're saying, but like, let's not pretend that 99% of the discussion on Kiwi Farms isn't just people like laughing, calling people fat, and talking about fucking YouTube drama. Like the vast majority of it is.
I agree with that.
Literally just a message board.
I agree with that. And I think, like, the long-term policy solution, like, I've talked to Catherine Clark, Congresswoman Catherine Clark, who's in charge of the DNC nowadays, a lot about this. Like, the long-term policy solution of this is we need law enforcement to understand that some of these death threats in the digital age, it's not benign, and we need for them to, like, prosecute some of these cases, right? Like, I think that, you know, if you want to call someone the T word or some slurs online, tough shit. That's a free speech issue. You know, if you're repeatedly telling someone in graphic terms how you were going to murder them, I actually think there should be some law enforcement out there that should look at that, see if there's a criminal case and pursue it. I think if you introduced consequences into the equation for the most extreme cases, I think that would do a lot of good here. So, you know, it's really frustrating that activists are putting in this place of like trying to shut down a website because the fucking FBI can't be bothered to hire 100 agents to do this, right?
Mm-hmm. I think, but I think like at the core of it, one of the big concerns, again, I'll reiterate, is like Kiwi Farms. Look, I don't agree with whatever the fuck they're doing over there. Condemned, obviously. No, he has a situation in place. No's not a perfect individual, but it's a website that has far more rules about that extreme end that we're talking about, rather than the extreme end of threats.
Sure.
Don't touch the cow mentality.
Okay. Got it.
But there are websites like Website Zero, for instance, where Vile was operating, right? Where Vile was putting out information. Vile, who actually commits illegal actions like using federal agents, that should be the website targeted. And it's not as if the FBI, they literally arrested a couple of their operators because of the levels of illegal crime that they were doing.
Is it's not like it's your situation. I'm telling you, like, well, you had a big problem with Kiwi Farms, but you should be talking about this more important website. That's why I think Keffels is malicious. She had a problem with this more important website, and she's fighting Kiwi Farms anyways. Yeah.
I mean, I can't defend that. I can't. So I think.
And to not disclose it even after, you know, like
the criticism is very fair. I mean, you know, there was a political.
The reason why she wanted the Kiwi Farms gone was not necessarily because of the harassment she wasn't receiving the harassment from Kiwi Farms in the sense that what we were told in the public, she was receiving it primarily from Website Zero and the Vile group that was actually the one doxing her.
Yeah.
This whole thing is a case of disinformation. There's 4 different versions of the story of what happened on the day she was swatted. There's what website was going after her. There's now a dispute on whether she used the money to get away from an abusive partner or use it to get away from people from Kiwi Farms, both of which are stories that she herself has told, right? So at what point do I not see this as like oh, this is a person who's obviously gone through a lot and they're making a lot of like extremely bad decisions, or what point is this person just bad? They're just malicious. They're taking advantage of the good faith they know they can get from a community that doesn't often critique their own.
She has continuously lied to her audience this entire time.
Bro, I'm sorry, my cat won't shut up. I need to go spray him with water. Should take like a second or two. I'm trying to correct these bad behaviors while he's still young. Be right back. All right. God damn. Like, a dog howling is one thing, but when you got a cat that is wailing, dude, there's something about that that just, oh god, it gets under my skin. It's so fucking annoying. Close my door. Yep, I did. Cool. Cool. We're back.
I mean, I just saw a DM 5 minutes ago. I don't think this is super relevant to like the discussion that we're specifically having, but it's talking about Destiny, Destiny's wife. Remember when Keffals like walked up and confronted Destiny's wife at TwitchCon? Here's a message from Clara. If I ever get pressed on this again, I'll say, look, I don't think I did that, but even if I did, it was a long time ago, and I've grown a lot as a person. That's such a funny response to give to people. Like, I mean, this is a person who knows what they're doing. They have like,
so this, I guess this is like where we all need to kind of agree, and this is like where I don't think there's any form of like misconception. The problem with her portrayal of this whole drop Kiwi farm stuff was, in my research in this entire situation, there are two websites that I looked at, okay? Kiwi Farms for a lot of the archive material, the archive links, not sourcing them as a actual source, but because of the archive links that I pulled up to see screenshots on Twitter, right? Twitter is still the primary source of a lot of those tweets, because that's where they were made. The other website, Website Zero, was where I found all of the information regarding, you know, accounts, information, Uber Eats orders, you know, fucking personal information, not just Clara, but the people surrounding her. The focus was put on Kiwi Farms, and this is the reason it was put on there is because she found it convenient to launch the nuke against there, because if she had gotten Kiwi Farms completely taken down, the video I made cataloging her terrible behavior could not have existed, because there would be no archive. We can't pull up those archives on mainstream platforms because a lot of those platforms take down the worst of content, or they can easily operate mass flagging operations on these sites. You can't do that on Kiwi Farms. So if she was really genuine, and I would have supported her had she gone against Website Zero with all of the bravado, instead she chose Kiwi Farms because it satiated her personal benefit to get rid of all the bad will against her. And this goes for anybody that was critical. I've had some of the biggest, I shouldn't even be saying this, I had a big creator reach out to me on a private DM, and I could have easily slapped them back with some real saucy shit that was sourced right from the farm, because all they did was archive it. The reason why a lot of people wanted this site gone is because it held their worst skeletons in the closet. Stuff that would consistently deconstruct their narratives they put out. That's it.
Do you think that's it? I think that's so cynical. I really,
because here's the thing, the Kiwi Farms is going to be shitting on me. I can't, look, people will call me a street shitter all day on Kiwi Farms. It's not something that fucking burns me. I've been called that a million. I've been called that since I was a fucking kid.
Sure.
But going on, it might even contain a lot of these sites contain my personal information, but that's not a reason that I go up against them. I try not to give that as much attention as I can.
But
because I can't
Hard,
let that out.
this is my issue with your analysis. And I think this is a problem that permeates the space. Like, I have this problem. It's like, there's, how can I put this? It's almost like sooner or later you're put into a category, and then everything you say or do is like filtered through this bad faith lens, right? It's seen in this certain way that just makes you assume the worst. And I think
I'll give you an example of why I don't want Kiwi Farms, like why I don't have my like death wish against it. Why I wasn't like why this was an indifferent thing. It's because I never took money from my community, and that evidence exists somewhere on a server somewhere.
Sure.
You know?
I hear what you're
for
saying.
Me, it doesn't matter. Like I can die today and not have to worry about anything bad. I don't have any like like fucking licking me a million times all day, every day. You'll never find any evidence of me fucking talking, salaciously to any minor.
I literally have never read my Kiwi Farms thread because I behave in a way that I tell the truth. I behave with integrity, and I'm sure they've got stuff on there that's embarrassing because I'm a human and I do embarrassing stuff. I don't care. But what I'm saying to you is like the bad faith, the really dark interpretation, she's cynically trying to destroy evidence. And I think like the good faith interpretation would be, here's some assholes, they're harassing her. Keffels does have a temper. I've got a temper. She wanted to strike back and destroy them. I think that
she's doing it by wearing like the trauma equivalent of blackface. She's like recounting all the stories of like
wearing the trauma equivalent of blackface. Yo, Dub. Fucking Nick Dub right there, dude. What these other ones got? What? I wonder why I can blow off certain posters, but I can't blow the other ones. Like, damn. I don't know. I don't make the rules.
If that's
she's
good
talking
or
about like
bad,
dead people.
I'm saying there's another possibility of what her motives are.
I know, but she's talking about dead people in comparison to her own story that didn't happen. You understand? Like she's like pulling up people who killed themselves and using them as examples why we need to push her story that's not real to take down a website that didn't specifically harm her the way she's claiming.
Sure.
And not actually going after the real perpetrator.
Sure.
And then I asked her about it, and she told me, "Well, I don't think there's enough momentum." So you're thinking about this like it's an op? Is this like a business move? Because that's how she spoke to me. That's what I got from this.
Yeah.
Is that this is all fake? It's all fabricated.
You know, I'd have to look more into that story to say.
To be honest with you, Brianna, actually watch the whole video. Don't watch that last quarter like I told you to. Watch the entire video.
I watched the whole video. I watched it twice. I just
you said you listened to it. You said you listened to it and didn't watch it.
I did listen to it.
Yeah, you need to sit down and actually watch it with your eyes, because what he shows, you're going to see that she has been a constant liar this entire time, and she has played the fuck out of every single one of y'all.
So to be fair, Mudahar, you cribbed a lot of that stuff from Destiny's video, which I've seen a lot, or at least it contained the same information. So that was part of why I listened to it. Because
one of the reasons,
yeah.
Usually I'm like one of those guys where I'm like, I don't care if you watch or listen to my videos, but that's a video that I highly recommend you watch because that was the one video where it's like fucking we saw screenshot after screenshot after fucking screenshot. And
Fair enough.
I was meticulously going and slapping those up on the screen just so that, because my whole thing is, look, I don't like to make a video that's like bad faith, or I don't like to make a video where I can go with a narrative that I can't necessarily prove. Look, videos of mine, I could probably have an inconsistency or two because, again, not perfect, and obviously this situation involved other writers, other researchers. This is the first time I actually had to like work with a few people to make sure we were all checking each other. So, you know, there may be an error or two, but so far in the last 2 days there hasn't been anything that's been found out. But, you know, hey, look, we dug up everything that we can to put on the screen, and we showed that it was pristine, untouched archive links, just so people can read through and see a proper timeline. Because I really feel like she has been so bad faith in talking about the situation. There were clips from the H3 podcast that I showed where she wasn't pressed hard enough in talking about these situations at all. And she needed to have been pressed at the time. And this is a situation where now the story is amassed together in 1 hour 33 minutes, and I feel that it's in a perfect way where nobody has to sift through 400 pages of like a Kiwi. You don't have to touch the fucking Kiwi Farms if you think your computer is going to get like fucking transphobic.exe through it in some capacity, okay? You don't even, you can watch a video and get it all right there. So this is a situation where I really think like we've built a case against this one person, and I don't feel like anybody in this community should be running a cover. If this was the gaming community and this was like the Mama Max of the community, there's no way anybody can defend the guy, you know?
I hope it doesn't come across as I'm defending her today. I mean, I feel like I've said over and over, I think there's some really fair criticism here. God, maybe it's just like she's going after me the other day publicly on Twitter, and I just let it go, and I chalk it up in my head as, you know, she's going through some tough stuff. Maybe that's just my own.
Keep on giving her excuses, Brianna Wu. People like you are the problem for that very reason.
Did you see the screenshot that I leaked?
Yes, I did. I was really pissed off about that.
Because it's funny, because I saw you defending Tipster and them, and I'm just wondering.
Did I defend Tipster?
I think so. In the past.
In the past, I have.
Well, that's what I mean, in the past, and it's like, I wonder what they were thinking about you.
Yeah, it really hurt my feelings, to be honest with you.
Well, I feel like I've been ground on that one.
I feel like I've genuinely tried to be the best friend to her I can, and you know, I think that really made me feel hurt, to be honest.
Brianna, guess what? Your best friend, or the best friend that you could be, guess what? The best friend that you could be to her, she fucked you over and lied to you for years, homegirl. Okay? Just
I really feel like if you want to be empathetic towards somebody, it's not about like she doesn't have to respond to anything in the video. I really don't. I don't care. But I saw her tweet about that shit. Nobody is begging for any response. Trust me. I said my piece. I move on to the next fucking thing that sticks in my head or it's on my fucking content dartboard. That's how my brain works. That's how my fucking ideas work. That's it. I don't care so much for a response. I do think the community as a whole, the trans community, should be holding her to accountability over how she's acted, how she's ran some of these ranch catboy servers, and more importantly, how she's actually been operating, like, you know, her money, her GoFundMe. Because look, me and you have both given her money. I gave her like $5, okay? So fucking, I want to see an accountability spreadsheet on that fucking money. Because if it wasn't going towards a legal case with fucking the London police in a way that it should have, then we've got an issue going on. We've got a big problem.
I agree, and I think there's a potentially legal liability there. So there it is. Moonhar, before I jump off, I just want to say your last video, you were talking about 501 for a C4 tax law, which is something I deal with a lot. If you ever do a video where you need more clarity on that, I can hook you up with a compliance person, because there was some stuff in that I thought was a little shaky.
Yeah, anytime.
Fair enough.
Brianna, before you leave, there's a trans person that's been waiting in call, and they've been wanting to talk to you.
Yo, let's go. Time for Reese's time to shine, dude. Reese came in here like a wrecking ball, dude. I'm ready. Let's do it.
For a while. Is there any way I can put them in so you can have a conversation with them?
What do they want to talk about? What they want to talk about?
I'm not too sure what they. I know they're aggravated by you, but
if
I just
I'm
feel like
on trial, I feel like
well, no, I just feel like I don't know a whole lot about this. I feel like like the whole thing, we've been talking about trans stuff for so long. I mean, the point of view of a trans person, bring them in, talk to you.
Sure.
If it goes awry, you know, you can always just leave or tell me to kick them out. I'll do it or whatever.
Sure, let's do it.
All right. Reese, you're on.
Hello.
Reese, you had some issues with Brianna?
Yes, I do. So to start with,
We got Ultra Boots. Let's fucking go.
you are really, really, really like, you're being so like, oh, I don't know what the word is. But, sorry, I'm already pissed off. You're going around the main fucking point of everything. Like, we try and say something about how Keffels is being shitty and like talking to minors about HRT, but then you say, oh no, it's about the politics behind it. Right now, this whole Mooter's video was about Keffels. It's not about the politics to do with this. You know, you keep on deflecting and going on to these other things, and like, I'm trying to say as well that like, because she's gone through trauma and addiction, that gives her some fucking, like, a little bit of grace. I'm not being funny, but we are trans. We should know to call out these fucking people when they're doing shit.
I think I've said on this repeatedly that she needs to be held
No, but you're still
accountable
giving
on
her
multiple
excuses
things.
for shit. You're still saying, oh, she's had trauma, she's had this, she's had that, she's had kiki with, she's
If
had people
I
harm.
don't-
It doesn't
if
fucking matter.
my-
It doesn't fucking matter. You need to listen to everyone who's talking, not just your, like, her and Keffels' little fucking cult. You need to listen to actual other trans people who aren't licking her ass. Because it seems like that's what you're doing. You just keep on giving just justifications for her.
Can I please talk? If my opinion on Keffels is more nuanced than yours, I can't pretend that it's not more nuanced. It's my genuine opinion.
God, shut the fuck up with the therapy talk, bro. Like, I'm with fucking Trippy Savage at this point, dude. After this point, nuance might as well just be a slur to me, bro. It's just so annoying, dude.
I think I've answered questions
You've got
here
to stand up for
directly.
people like us.
And it's just such a way to, like, deflect and just say, well, I'm sorry if my opinion is just more nuanced than yours is. It's like, dude, fuck out of here, dude. It's just annoying, dude. Like, the deflection is fucking wild.
I'm gonna
You stand
finish
up for
with
people like us. You keep on fucking interrupting me, dude. Like, for real. Like, you gotta stand up for people like us and stop. Just because Keffels is your buddy, you can't say, oh, just because she's, you know, she's got stuff going on. So fucking what? We call out these people when they fuck up. Don't pussyfoot around just because she's trans, just because we're trans. It doesn't fucking matter. If anything, that makes it. Stop fucking interrupting me. If anything, that should make us fucking call her out more than other people, because we're not going to sit around and take this shit. With you people, you saying stuff like this, it's making all of us look fucking terrible, and if we just sit and take this shit, we're sick of it.
I hear what you're saying. I think that anger is very fair. I think it's a point of view that needs to be out there. I think Keffels needs to hear that. I
So do
can't
you.
pretend. I
All
cannot
right, Reese, you gotta let
pretend-
Brianna respond here.
Yeah.
Let Brianna.
I can't pretend that my point of view is not what my point of view is. What I can do here, I think I've answered the questions that have been asked to me today fairly. I think I've hit them head on. And like, we're talking about the need to police the community, which I fully agree. We desperately need. Do you
how
think
the
we do
fuck?
that by like leaping to the angriest conclusions? Or do you think it's like sitting down and talking this stuff with a little bit of nuance like adults? I actually think that gives it a lot more credibility if you do that. So
People have
maybe
tried
we
to
just
do
have
that.
different personalities, but it's just genuinely who I am.
People have tried to do that in the past. Don't act like you're the first person now to be saying stuff about Keffels. People like me, I've been saying for years how much of a shitty ass person that she is, but it's only now that people are saying stuff because she's done such a bad thing that no one can turn a side eye to it anymore. I'm not being funny. People have been calling this shit out for years. For fucking years. And you people aren't listening to it because you're part of the fucking Catboy cult.
Catboy cult? I don't think I'm part of a Catboy
Fucking
cult.
is, man. Come on. Like, I'm not being funny, but like, you just. These are fucking
Keffels is
people
someone
who
I
sits around.
kind of know. It's not like streaming is just like a bonus mission thing that I do with my job. Like this is not my job. Like Keffels is not the center of my life. She's
So
just.
why are you
someone
trying
I
to
know.
act like you're like an authority and like you're trying to give justifications and reasons for everything that she's done? If you're not part of it, then why are you even like trying to say shit about it?
I think
Fucking A. That's a good point right there.
I know that I'm fucking no one.
Like, why even come on the stream if it's like, well, I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm not. It's like, no, you're clearly trying to speak for this situation. It's fucking. Brianna's all over the place on this call. I don't know where to fucking. It's annoying as fuck, dude.
I'm trying to talk to you about it, and you're trying to make this whole fucking bullshit justification.
I don't think I am.
Well, I'm not being funny, but you're trying to say that like she's had addiction problems because of Kiwi Farms. That's giving a justification of shit. Is that not?
I think context is not justification. I'm saying this plays into
You literally
my...
said, "Oh, you've got to give her some grace
Hold on,
because
can
she's
you're
had shit in the
flaming at
past."
me in a really immature way. So I'm going to
You
answer
literally
your question.
said.
I'm going
you
to answer
literally
your
said,
question.
Let Brianna
like
finish.
an adult.
Like a
So-
fucking adult. Get over it.
So this is the thing. If you're talking about this and Keffels has an addiction issue, like talking about that context, that's not excusing it. You're doing the exact same thing that the trans rights extremists do, where everything is
fucking
good or bad or black or white or up or down, and we just need a smarter conversation top to bottom. I am not defending Keffels. I'm trying to explain how I came to my assessment of what's going on with her and what the path forward is.
I have trauma. I didn't make a GoFundMe and stick most of it up my fucking nose.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Like, you're trying to give justifications.
I'm not justifying.
I'm fucking. Oh my god, this is just so ridiculous, man.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to say, Reese?
Honestly, I'm sick of trans people like this trying to talk over the fucking rest of us. I'm sick of it. I'm genuinely sick of it. Like, this person can't go around thinking that she's like, just because she's Pethel's friend, that she knows everything about what's going on. And like, I'm not being funny, but Muta's video was fucking brilliant. It's fucking brilliant.
I enjoyed it.
You haven't listened. You haven't. How can you agree if you haven't watched it properly? You haven't listened to. You haven't watched the whole part about Catboy Ranch properly, have you?
Okay.
Okay. Maybe you should watch it.
Yeah, I should.
And know about what your little buddy does. And actually call that shit out when it happens.
Let's go,
I
dude.
think we've reached an impasse at this
Yeah.
point. We're just gonna go around
I
in
think
circles.
this is how the trans community
Copy
fixes itself. You just need to scream until all the bad people go away. That's how we're gonna fix it.
Fucking cringe, dude. God.
No, that's not how it
Great,
works.
Keffels leaving win. Just saying.
Let's go.
All right. Well, Brianna, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, thanks for having me on. I didn't know it was gonna be this. But,
Yeah, neither did I.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on. We didn't know it was gonna turn out to be this.
I just didn't want this lie to stand where that wasn't my YouTube channel, so I needed to correct that. So,
Come on over to commentary, Beckett. Leave Twitch poll. It'll be great over here. Nothing will happen. We'll. I didn't bring them fucking with you. You put the fucking tweet in, motherfucker.
Followed you. They followed you, Beckett. Okay.
Listen, both you and Xylee are responsible for this shit, and I take no accountability. Fuck this. If Keffels can take no account, I was traumatized. None of this is my fucking fault. Fuck all of you. I was sat there typing to the
People
guys.
gonna come for you. People gonna come for you.
I'm just like, I've got PTSD.
I got
I'm having
it.
fucking flashbacks. This shit.
I got you, bestie. Don't worry. I got it written down right now with the speak y'all.
Thanks. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for
Brennan.
calling in, Rice.
So,
of course.
Annoying,
I'm
man.
gonna jump on. Bye, y'all.
All right, thank you very much, Boo.
Thank you, Reese. Great call.
Thank you for having me on. Appreciate you guys.
Cheers, Reese.
Reese.
Yes. Hello.
You did good.
Yes. True. Thank you, Xylee. I appreciate you. And also, Muta is not transphobic.
Oh yeah, we know.
We know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that. We know that.
As a speaker for the trans community, I thought I'd say that. Right, peace out. Good stream. Bye.
Bye.
Muta, thanks for calling in, man. Really appreciate it. Yeah.
I think
All right.
We're just like,
Muda MIA.
phone's just been left on the desk.
Look. Yeah, Muta, I'm just gonna
Do
disconnect you, buddy. I'm not
Just
trying
leave
to,
him there. Just leave him there.
Alright, I'm getting out of here, guys.
Peace, bestie.
Wow, Dial, you pop in for that and you just leave? Okay.
All right,
Well,
I just
yeah.
want to say this. To Woo, right? We had somewhat of an idea how that call would go with Rice because we knew that they didn't like you, but again, it just felt a little bit.
yeah, well, I mean, like,
It's disingenuous to not have the trans person on when we're talking about trans issues.
and not only
Right.
that, she as soon as Brianna called in, Reese was in the chat. Reese went right to the waiting room. They've been
Mhm.
sitting there patiently, for what? How long has this debate been? Like an hour or two? Like an hour and a half?
Very long
So,
time.
like it would just not be right to just ignore them.
No, Reese had every right to come up here and say what he had to say, and very real concerns. Absolutely, 100%.
Hey guys, what I miss?
Shut up.
Okay. This is the part where hey Muda, I
Muda.
disconnect you because you stopped talking, so I figured.
Now I was waiting
Muda,
just
are you
for the
there?
Muda?
He's just giving you right now.
Okay.
I just wanted to say bye before I headed out. I was attention.
Appreciate it. Dude. Thanks for calling in,
Yeah,
man.
thanks for coming in.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Did he fall asleep?
He may have. Dojangle said on Twitter they had just got home, so he may have been falling asleep. Okay, I'm leaving now. W
bye.
Queen, talk to your other caller. Shut up, Toxic. All right, bye.
Later.
Wow.
Nice.
I can't wait for people to start reacting to this stream and be like,
Oh,
"Oh
God.
is Ember Lily?"
Fuck.
Where the
Yeah,
fuck
I
is
know.
Everybody's be like,
Yeah, that was the other half of the stream, bro. I don't even feel like covering that screaming fest, bro. Umber Lily just letting loose on Flatley. That was definitely something. Oh god fucking damn. These guys are whooping my these guys are so annoying, bro. Fuck these enemies.
like, who the fuck is Ember Lily?
Yeah, we should get
like-
Tyson. Pretty soon.
It's like fucking Toxic said, the peaks and troughs of fucking
Really.
right?
What
We
a lot of
started with
Fucking hell.
Ember Lily, we end with fucking Brianna Wu.
Like, look, a lot of people were wondering, like, why don't you say this? Why don't you say that, bro?
It's not our place, honestly.
We are out of our. Hey, look, one thing you cannot take away from our recording is we know when to shut the fuck up and let the content work. That's one thing you got to give us, right?
We're literally in the group chat. Like, we're the kids at the adult table right now. I was just posting gifts in the group chat. I was like,
Yeah, that's interesting conversation.
If you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe and get us to 3K.
Okay.
We're almost at 3K.
yeah,
200
you
likes.
fuckers in here now.
Yeah, look, we're at like 281 now, so we need to.
Yeah, that's about it. Happy 2-year anniversary to now recording. They them boys. That was a solid little debate, solid little spectacle. Oh shit, I leveled up. Let's fucking go, dude. Yeah, that was pretty solid watch, pretty solid video. What else? Any other content going on? My YouTube page is so cursed. Cheeto. Oh, a Cheeto. Ethan is online. That's quite the drama. I haven't really gotten into it that much, but... yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's that much content to cover. Not really. I've been watching so much Theo Von lately, dude. I've been getting recommended hella Theo Von clips. It's kind of fucking hilarious. Theo Von's the man. All right, what are we gonna level up? What are we going to level up? Let's do, fuck it, damn. I'm thinking, let's just do badge power, fuck it. We'll level up again sometime this chapter. And when we do, we can do, like, health or fucking flowers, some shit, you know. But, yeah. Shout out to Now Recording, bro. Day them boys. Turn up my game audio a little bit. Yeah, that sounds about good. Wild shit. Lots of, I mean, there's, like... So, yeah, the Keffel shit is mainly what's been kind of rocking commentary this past week. Alright. I'm going to try to get through this segment. Probably not getting through the full chapter today on stream. Not getting through the full chapter, I don't think. But we're going to at least make it to POSHLEY Heights. Get all this bullshit out of the way first, you know. Where's that elevator they were talking about, dude? Am I stupid? I cannot find the fucking elevator they was talking about. Is it up here? Maybe? Maybe I'm slow? No, not up there. This is why we have content, so we can mitigate the dead air. I just don't know what else to watch, man. No. not through here. Fucked up. Where the fuck was that elevator, man? There we go. Found it. I knew it was back here somewhere. It was a fun shit show. I agree. Because people just kept jumping in. And I was like, okay, at first I just, right off the bat with Brianna Wu, I'm like, no way Brianna Wu is calling into Now Recording. I'll say it again, bro. This was not on my bingo card for this year, dude. And then Brianna Wu calls in, and then fucking Muda calls in. I'm like, holy shit. I don't know if Muda's called in that many times to Now Recording even. Like, ever, maybe. And then fucking just Keem, Nick, it just kept piling, bro. It was like everybody hopped up in there. It was wild. What the fuck are these things, bro? This looks like lint. This looks like pocket lint from a fucking dryer sheet, dude. What's going on there? Excuse me. Sorry about that. We did it. There's got to be at least one more boss fight before we get back on this train. There's just got to be. I got a gut feeling. I got an instinct. It's gonna happen. God damn, I wish I had another monster. Body's craving more caffeine, man. Need to keep me wired, need to keep me going. Well, yeah, speaking of badges, I gotta fucking equip new ones. Because we just upgraded my shit, man. Let's go. Yep, this is the one that I wanted. So that now we can jump on spiky foes without fucking hurting Mario, dude. Now we will be truly unstoppable, dog. Like, for real, though. Star pieces back here? Nope. It's not. Okay. Save. Cool. Talk to this guy. Thanks a lot. Now we can get you guys rolling. Day's just passing you by. Hurry all aboard. Everyone have a good... Yep. All that stuff. Email, don't really care. Let's go. Back on the fucking train. Let's go. Said that at the same time as the toad. Is that toad not coming too? Shit. Alright, I'm gonna get my walkthrough handy in case shit happens. We're gonna save again, just because why not? Just in case some fuck shit occurred. Train voyage day 3. Let's go. What if I gotta talk to the conductor? Yeah. Oh. Shit. Yep. Why do I keep getting fucking emails, dude? What's up with these emails? Let me check it. Oh. We got King K from the Glitz Pit. Yo, let's go. Homie's checking up with me. Patch? I forgot who he was. Somebody in one of the previous levels. Maybe he was the guy from Twilight Town, but I don't know. I cannot quite remember. Oh no. Oh shit. These fuckers came back for revenge, dude. Made their way out of the dryer. Little fugly creatures. Thought I already got that one. Couldn't quite remember. Go in the item shop if you want to buy something. Go in cabin 8, check the nightstand. Such a weird little task, bro. This is why I, like, need the fucking walkthrough for this part, dude. I'm telling you guys, like, there's all these small little miscellaneous things you gotta do. Like, you'd think, oh, I gotta initiate this boss battle. No, you gotta go to this one room. You gotta search this fucking nightstand. You gotta pick this up, and you gotta go to... It's just like, oh my god. So much running around, dude. That's how certain segments of this game are. Like, it's a little slow sometimes because there's just so much fucking back and forth, man. So much back and forth, a little too much back and forth at times, but it's whatever. Oh, I already fucking got that one. Just saving up this near save point because the next boss fight is hard if you're not careful. After saving, go back to the baggage car. Yeah, we saved. We're good. So spring jump when you're next to the wall, background shimmy. Okay. Yep, they are inside the train. Oh man, it's brutal. Train's getting overrun, y'all. This is fucked. These guys are annoying little fuckers. How is this not doing anything? My fucking... It's hard to do. This is so insane. Okay, there we go. Get the fuck out of my way. I have to be at the right angle. Why can I not go through? It's quite literally a doorway right there, my guy. Left and jump off above the crate, go into the door and use your hammer. Bro, I can't even go inside. It's not letting me go inside. It's quite literally not letting me go inside the door. Bro, even with the walkthrough, dude. Even with the fucking walkthrough. What the hell am I supposed to do? To hit all of them? Like, what are we doing here, man? This content is ass today, dude. It's probably the worst episode of my walkthrough yet. I don't get it. I straight up don't get it. This might be the run ender today, dude. When there's quite literally a door right there, it's not letting me go through. Let me try re-entering the room or some shit. That fucking... Oh, do I have to save the people first? There are people involved, which is pretty fucked up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, fine. It could have said that in the fucking walkthrough before you can go through the door. You gotta like fuck them all up. It's just annoying, dude. Okay, fine. All right, cool. Did that. Cool. Good deal. Sorry you guys had to get violated like that by some pocket lint. Let's go beat their ass. Mario's on the case. Don't fucking worry. There we go. Jesus Christ. Gotta love invisible walls, dude. Look. So what's something in the way? There we go. Clump up so I can fight all y'all at once, bro. Come on. Let's get this over with, bro. Let's get it over with. So I can whoop y'all's ass. Oh, look, it's got the other passengers. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Gotta save them. Gotta save them, bro. Smorg, what the fuck? What is this thing, dude? If he's engulfed all the other passengers, aren't I gonna be, like, slowly killing them by attacking this thing? Okay, what do we start with? What do we do to fuck this thing up? Power smash? Sure. Why not? Oh my god, that doesn't do anything? Oh my god, fuck. Consult the walkthrough. What do? The boss titles. Like, defeating the tentacles? Damn. This is fucked. Okay. Yeah, this is fucked. Switch out to Flurry. Damn. Good thing we got healing items. Or else we'd be fucked. Fuck, dude. I guess that works. Damn it, dude. This is good. Yeah, this is gonna be brutal. It's gonna be very brutal. Damn it. It wouldn't really matter. I already got max star power. We don't need the bingo on that one. Okay, power smash. Come on, man. Come on. Cool. Body slam. And there we go again. Back for more. Get fucked, man. Get fucked. What up with the mist, bro? Why with the mist? Audience around the daisy passed out? Okay. Alright. What am I supposed to do with that information? Great. Just my luck, dude. Right as we got homie's defense down, bro, we're gonna start missing everything. Alright. Oh, great. That's lovely. Oh, no! Oh, my God. Okay. First death of the run. Game over. Let's try that again. It does have Tipster Toad, yeah. Tipster fucking fat-ass Toad, man. Or Boogie Toad, whichever one, you know, fits the bill. Okay, so at this point, I'm not letting Mario's health dip anywhere below 10, dude. No way. No fucking way, bro. Let's get another Super Shroom before we go up in here, just because we got to play our cards right here, ladies and gentlemen. I do not want another... Oh, bro, wake up. Come on. I got to buy shit. Let me buy a Super Shroom, my man. Let's go. Yeah, it's Toady2988. That's what I'm saying, dude. I tweeted a picture of that thing at Boogie. I said I found Boogie in Paper Mario. So annoying, just initiate the fucking boss battle. Let me fucking get this over with. This game is so ass, dude. That's why I'm playing it so much. It's so terrible. Great, fucking finally, dude. It's annoying. Alright, giving this one more shot, and if we fuck it up, we fuck it up. But I got faith. At least enough. I got enough faith. Maybe I should have upgraded my health last time I leveled up, dude. That's what I'm sitting here. That's what I'm left sitting here thinking right now. God fucking damn it, that's not the fucking... Oh my god, fuck me up. We're gonna lose. We're gonna fucking lose. This boss fight is ass, dude. This is ass. This shit is terrible. Great. This has just been such an unlucky stream for me today, dude. I swear to God. Brutally unlucky. Just fucking kill me now, dude. Just fucking kill me. How does I'm about to have gamer rage. I'm about to fucking kill somebody, dude. This is so ass. Fucking terrible, dude. This stream fucking sucks today, dude. This is so ass. Does this ground pound just not work on the fucking... Like, I don't even get it. I don't even understand, dude. I don't understand. I literally do not understand. It's literally an aerial attack. Like, fucking kill me, dude. This is so fucking ridiculous. I'm pissed. Like, actually. So use fucking flurry, dude. What a fucking joke. So tragic. Tragic as fuck. Let's fucking go, dude. Alright, body slam, bitch. Power bounce, yup. Tragic. Alright, yeah, we're gonna body slam that thing. Power bounce. Fuck it. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Oh, nice. Fucking A, dude. Thanks, boo. Nice. Fuck. We're getting there, guys. We're fucking getting there. Another set of 10 damage, I presume. Oh, only on her. Okay. She might die, but that's whatever. Not yet. She shouldn't die yet, but only 5. That's weird. Okay. Ha. Get fucked. All right. Now time for the hive mind. Yo, let's go. Bingo. I was about to say that would help because I was getting a little low on flower power there. Okay, FP's full. Cool. I'm staying confident. I'm staying cool, calm, collected. Okay, fuck yeah. 6 points. Not bad, not bad. Oh, is that it? Oh, let's fucking go. Let's go, dude. Second try. Not too bad. But he did cause the first death of the run, which is pretty fucking tragic. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, bro. No one likes you. Give me my friends back. Cool. Gang. That's how you do it. Textbook, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm accomplished. Everyone's safe now, all thanks to you. Yeah, you already know. This dashing fellow has been the famous Luigi all along. We will soon arrive at POSHLEY Heights. Ladies and gentlemen, please prepare to disembark. Let's go, dude. I'm ready. After all that bullshit, especially, dude, I'm fucking ready. Hey, we made it! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Like Scoob! We made it to POSHLEY Heights! Cool. Well, we did it. It was main goal for the stream today, make it to POSHLEY Heights, and we did it. We did just that. Fuck yeah. Made it. I remember this music now. I definitely remember the music. Is there one of them, like, blocks I can hit to get flower points? Help? No? Okay. What do we take then? What do we give ourselves a little something, something? I got, so I'll take probably like a super shroom. And then we're good on flower power. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Take a super shroom. It's good for me. Super shroom and a mushroom, maybe, actually. What, 15 and 5? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. There's got to be an item shop around here, so it won't really, next time we play, up on our items. Go ahead and save. Sweet. Well, we got past the fucking dreaded train ride, you know. Hola, Purple, what's good? Unfortunately, I apologize. You kind of came in at the end of the stream here. I'm not doing a super long stream today. If you go back earlier, I was watching the that whole now recording escapade with Brianna Wu and Muda, Keem, Diorio, all those dudes. We covered that a little bit. Yeah. I had a pretty solid stream. Went for a few hours actually. Went a little over 3 hours, I think. Not bad. Not bad at all. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna be closing out the stream for today, guys. Wasn't gonna go super long. I got some stuff I gotta get to later this evening, later today. I'm gonna queue up a song up next. But yeah, peace out, everybody. Hope everybody has a good rest of your day. Stay chillin', stay cool, and here, let me fucking turn that off. And yeah, have a good one, guys. We'll see y'all next time. Next episode of VoltageMikeTV. Continuing POSHLEY Heights. See you next time.